Russell's green, barely 0.05%. ES 0.08%, basically flat. It's really just NQ and chips that are bleeding, right? So it's not a crash. It's just, it's good word for it. Dispersion, maybe. So the money coming out of expensive semiconductors is just rotating into the broader market. I don't know who said it yesterday, but somebody in the chat said that exact same thing. And I thought that was a great way to put it. It's going into the broader market. It's going to industrials, financials, small caps. And that's a sign that's a healthy sign underneath the scary chip headline that we're seeing, right? Tells you that this is a valuation reset in one overheated sector, not necessarily investors fleeing stocks entirely, right? And so the breadth is holding even as the leaders of it are wobbling. And I think we keep that frame, when the chip sell-off looks very ugly on our chart right now. The rest of the market's doing very fine. The world is rotation. Not if you think it's a flat earth. Another free MSFT, BTFD, and sell before open. I don't know. I might YOLO some earnings on this. Harsh will be dove. Take this hold. I think hold this time and raise next time. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I think everything's gonna sell off unless they're very specific on what they're spending and what they're gonna get a return on. Now oil. Pull that up for a sec. Okay, so the one thing working for the market into the Fed right now is this U.S.-Iran pause holding, right? And oil's down 81.20, down 1.6%. It's down from basically 90 last week. Yesterday dropped like 5 or 6%, and the market kind of just shrugged it off, and it's focusing right now on the Fed. And then Trump said on Air Force One that there was a good chance that something happens on a deal, and if it doesn't, then we go back to doing what we were doing. And that's really a quote from him. So lower oil into the Fed is like quietly bullish because it eases the inflation pressure on Warsh's desk and argues for a hold. But the frame definitely stays the same. It's a pause, not peace.
What's up,
so
everybody?
Strait of Hormuz is still effectively closed. The Red Sea disruption is continuing. And then any setbacks in talks sends crude right back up. I saw analysts this morning nail it. Said that energy markets are still vulnerable to fresh headlines, and oil's helping today, but it is the wild card that can flip on one resumption headline. And I think that oil would probably have been higher right now, but like despite the fact that we're still in this war, but the China slashed its oil imports like from by like 4 to 5 million barrels a day, which is keeping this global market a little balanced.
I'm taking a stab at it.
But man, oh my gosh. So
good morning. And that's right. That's right. Good morning, all. Good morning, Simon Dean, Fraser, Franco. What's up, Trader 007? Nikki. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. DD band bounce. Yeah, I grabbed it. I'm long in a couple of places. Oops. This is just now again. This is not because I'm trying to be super bullish to the market, but every time like we open way below DD band, I'm like, okay, let me stay away from it. But when we're opening right at it and holding at it, I'll take the stab at the reversal day. Like we need a green day and all this red. Like if this is the one green day that I can just hold till the end of the day, that'd be kind of nice. We're at the stab, small R, small risk, big reward. Where is my action goal? Giveaways, there it is. Good morning, everybody. Teachers Annie, good morning. Capitulate, Kairos Trade, C Kennedy. Jorge, good morning. Good morning. Hit the like button, guys. First thing you do, smash a like. 300 people here. We get that ratio up. Usually about 1 out of 4 people do it in the mornings. Only about 1 out of 4. Hold on, I got a phone call. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Why did you receive an invitation from Rise on Blue Sky? Okay, so listen. Rise itself has created a. Sorry, I was on the phone. I got interrupted with the phone call. Rise has created a new version of itself. Let me tell you, if you're having an issue with Rise, look on my screen really quick. Hold on. All right, I got to go open the door because IDOC locked it. Whatever. So hold on. We got the maid here. Here, okay, look on Rise. Look on my screen. Pretend this is the top right of my screen on Rise. Log into Rise. Go up to the top right. You'll have a little notification right over here. The notification, click it, you should get your invite. It's weird. Rise new version 2.0, it sucks balls like that. But make sure if you're getting an invite from Rise or payouts, you need to go to the top right. And that's the only way. Like, I looked everywhere and I was like, how come I'm not getting invited myself to all these other places? I use Rise for everything. So you'll go here and click that notification. It'll do the invite. All right. Hang tight. I got to go open the door really quick. Hold on.
Pode trazer pouco pra mim. Três quartos. Thank you.
All right, I'm back. Hold on. Oh, all right, hold on. Give me a second.
Os correios também.
All right. All right. Run up downstairs really quick. Good morning, guys.
Colocar essas fotos
First
na
and
parede.
foremost, like buttons around the world. 150 out of 400. Okay, again, 1 out of 4 people. Okay, I'm gonna do you guys a favor. I love you guys so much. I'm gonna cancel all giveaways today. And
Sei não.
and in 30 seconds, if we don't get the likes to 300, I'm gonna cancel it for the week.
Mostra pra mim.
That's your tip. You gotta help us grow. We'll give you some
Não,
free shit.
a parede de pessoa.
Woo. Out of breath. Ready? 30, 29. Got thumbs up. 28, 27, 26, 25. Supply and demand, baby.
Oh.
I got the supply. You got the demand. Right.
Não precisa não.
Trying
Os
to
daqui
repeat
só vai eles
myself.
mesmo.
Wait.
Não,
I'm
tô
out
te
of breath.
falando. Isso,
All right. I grabbed a. Oh, this isn't even the Dom I was trading in. Where's it at? All my stuff is all over the place right now. Where is the Dom I'm trading in? Oh, there it is. Okay. There we go.
Falando o quê?
Woo. Smash that, you. Somebody says you mother luckers. All right. Why am I even here, bro? Yeah, that's it. See, that's what I'm saying. People are only here for the free stuff. That's it. All right, here we go. We're opening a lower DD band on NASDAQ. I'm assuming that the ratio is going to come out to be greater than half a little bit. S&P is actually gapping up for the first time in I don't know how long we've had a gap up. Well, I think we had one last week, but it immediately sold off. Let's see on the bigger chart what's going on. Let me just get my heading here. Again, we could still continue to be crashing. This is taking a stab that this isn't the day that just continues to crash out. Like there's a red relaxed day, a green relaxed day in all of this. Like this day turns into a day like that goes below yesterday's close. As we are trending down, it's very unlikely that without a change in dynamic that we are reversing, and will likely stay the course for the rest of the month. The month being the 3rd Friday of August. You know, like we're trending down. And so any up like green up days in the middle of this, if there is one, maybe it's not today, but maybe it's tomorrow. You know, being long for a reason of not that the market's gonna reverse on its own, but because you know, taking a stab on the way down at a strong pivot, just in case we get the you know, the notorious Trump tweet in the middle of it. That says, you know, something Iran, something this, and we just get a real strong pop. What I like to do when markets are selling off like this is discover lower DD band, always long at the bottom, and just try to stay long, and try to stay long inside of here. Essentially, I draw like a range right around here, right wherever that kind of stop area is going to be, and I just don't want to be long in there. But anytime above this range, I want to be long around this volatility, not to get scalps, but just to kind of say like maybe this is the day that we get the news blast, and it just pushes, tries to sell, pushes, tries to sell, and pushes, and then somehow just squeezes green for the day, and then the next day we resume selling. Those days are always fun to trade. They're always bad for scalpers, because anytime it pops, it usually tries to sell, and then it like pops again and tries to sell. So while like the ICT range break traders or whatever, you know, get squeezed every time they chase. So what I like to do is bet that it's going to be volatile. Try to get in near the bottom-ish with the point of no return, where I just stay out of the way down here, and just kind of let today's the day that something happens. No big earnings today. I think at the market Visa or something. One of the credit cards is today. Let me see. Oh yeah, I am right. It is Visa. Couple of things. Seagate. Nothing groundbreaking after market. Again, before market, most earnings came through as a major surprise to the upside, but even so, they're still selling. Fed on Wednesday coming up, so it's gonna be a rate 60% chance, I believe, of a rate hike. Let me double check that. Nope, 30% chance of a rate hike. Still pretty good. If not, we get one next meeting. So if we don't get one today or this Wednesday, we'll get one next month. So the September meeting. Today, see, I'm just got some micros here at DD band. Oh man, so y'all got the likes of 235 from 163. All right, so what I'm gonna do, like I said before, so this right here, I'm just gonna cancel that for the day. And so I love you guys. So no giveaways today. That's pretty horrible. Well, we'll learn though, right? 10 years. I'm hoping year 11 we'll learn. Might be the year that we learn. Yeah. I'm praying that that's the year we learn. All right. Cool. So what I'll do is I'll give away coupons for a free hug. That'd be kind of nice. I mean, I might have a good heart if y'all, like I said, I gave like maybe 300, maybe 300. I'll do one. Give you some hug coupons. All you get your bots turned on, hit the like button, guys. Come on, do it. Chopping around right here. You still love me? I know you do. So look, so the idea is lower DD band. I jumped into the long in the challenge account. I jumped in the long in 2 of my blue sky accounts just to see what we get. And the goal would be just to be long. To be long around here. kind of this area. That's about where we're stopping. Anything about 800 or lower, I'll probably consider. I don't know how much leeway I'm going to give myself. I'll let the open decide. But about here is about kind of like my little buffer area. I have a position here. I'd be willing to add to it right there, just to bet that we're fighting here. If we dip really hard, I'm going to double down here and then close out there. And then on the second reclaim, I'll attack it for a big run. Usually when you open this low, a lot of times it just continues to dive and squeezes, stops, and pops back in. So I keep the position kind of small so that when it does fall about to this range, about right in here, I can add to it. Right now I'm willing to stop. Like I said, that's about 70 points away. On 4, it's not that big of a deal. About 800 bucks. A little bit under 800 bucks. With this market, we're willing to take the hug. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Prop Scores Rewards Program. We haven't launched it yet, so it's not fully launched. I think you might see pieces of it leaking into the website, but we haven't made an official launch of it yet. What I'm assuming we're putting together, my marketing team is building it, by the way, so I'm just advising on it. But what we're doing is every time you buy a prop account with our code, you get some kind of point. The points you could redeem for, like, you know, merch, or you can pay for your rocket scooter with it. With enough of it, you can pay for your boot camps with it, things like that. Like, we'll donate a bunch of cool stuff. I'm not sure the legality of being able to give free accounts with an account purchase. It's kind of a legal gray area. Like I said, some people out there do it, but it's legal. Legal is debating on whether that is against the law or not. It's considered like a lottery borderline if you do that. So we're trying to get clearance to be able to do that from legal. You know, the prop industry is a legal gray area. And the one thing you just always want to make sure of is that, you know, if the hammer does fall, you're not the person that the example is made out of, you know. Couple of the prop sites out there do a rewards program, but for free prop accounts. And I think we'll be able to do it, but again, you know, lottery laws make us want to, like, you're paying because what we give out allows you to make income off of. It can be considered gambling and lottery and things like that. So try and figure out the legalities of that, and then maybe so. If not, you'll be able to buy all kind of cool stuff, you know, like whatever. Bro, up $300 for market opens. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm long in 3 of my accounts. So long in the challenge account, I grabbed that right here, literally right there. I'm long in this account and another Blue Sky account. I get access to MHP Trading View Indicator. It's going to be released pretty soon. We have a prototype that just came out. I was talking to my development team about it yesterday. And here's what they said. We're trying to get, so our add-on, our browser extension, we're actually not going to have it a downloadable file that you download. We're actually putting it up on the Chrome App Store. So you'll be able to download our program from the App Store itself, rather than us just, hey, buy our thing and then download a file from a website. So people usually get pretty hesitant about downloading random executables. So we're getting it certified to be put on the Chrome Store, that you can just download it straight from there. So it's about to go live for me to test the whole thing, and then we'll release it to y'all probably within the week. And it's fully automated, by the way. So we solved the issue on the extension that usually, like with TradingView, you can't send input data from an API. You can't talk to an API from TradingView. But we created a browser extension that goes in your browser. And then therefore, when you load up TradingView, it's a way for it to talk to our server, and then the browser will manipulate, you know, the source code of the browser, and then display the indicator for you via the browser. Now, other people that have like done this, you guys have done it on your own, where you can like manually cut and paste the values in. We created a version that's automated. You guys won't notice any kind of difference. It will talk to the server on its own, and then retrieve the data on its own, just like the Rocket Scooter platform. So the solution we came up with is very robust. It should look and feel just like your normal Rocket Scooter experience. You wouldn't have to fill. You just install the extension, then put the indicator on, let it run. We'll work on TradingView desktop. TradingView doesn't have a desktop, my friend. TradingView is all web. When you think about Trade of 8, now what are you talking about? Trade of 8? TradingView has a desktop app. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't even know that. If it's a browser extension, it should only work in the browser. I mean, they actually have a downloadable version. Oh, I've only used the web version. I actually never even looked. The only reason to use TradingView is the web version, in my opinion. If you can use a desktop app, I mean, TradingView might be good as a desktop app. Like, their web version is just superior to all other web versions. It's so simple just to pop in, pop out.
É assim. É assim. Eu já uso ele antes, então não tem como tá fechado.
Yeah.
Acho que a bateria.
I like to install things on my computer if I don't have to.
Acender a luzinha azul aqui.
That's all I'm saying.
Tá lá na entrada, na gavetinha.
The web version acts pretty awesomely. It's better. Desktop's better than the web.
Eu acho. Se for a bateria.
Will browser extension be compatible with all browsers? That I'm not sure about. I mean, we're putting it in the Chrome store, so I'm not sure if it's only compatible with Google or if it's compatible in multiple browser versions. But like I said, you know, it is what it is. If it's only Chrome, whatever we release is all we're gonna release. So if it's like working with Chrome and you don't use Chrome, then tough luck. You'll have to use Chrome. We're not going to go through any further development to like be compatible with multiple browsers and all of that. We're going to create one environment for you guys to use, and that's it. And move on to other platforms. So we're trying to not spend a lot of time chasing compatibilities. We're trying to wind down certain operations of Rocket Scooter so we can focus on creating new tools rather than becoming compatible with every little corner of the world. We're gonna pick a couple areas to be compatible with: NinjaTrader, Wealth Charts, TradingView, Go Charting, things like that. Some of the bigs, and then after that, we're gonna just sort of go back and continue developing more tools for that. Yeah, Go Charting, it's them that's taken so long. The API that they created for us to talk to their platform, it's just been such a long process to get it working. So we're waiting for them to finish some things, and then we can flip the light on it. Go Charting. Yeah, for us, like our resources right now, we haven't been able to develop anything newer. You know, for Rocket Scooter, like new tools, new things. We want to make that cool backtesting module and all that. All that's put on hold because we're doing these integrations. So the goal is to get as much coverage as possible without chasing integrations for 2 or 3 years. Like, we could expand our team to do that, but we kind of don't want to. We want to get back to our roots of building cool stuff y'all like. So, and I'll hire another team to slowly integrate over more platforms over time, but it's going to be like a slower process rather than primary focus. So right now, we'll see if the market opens. It just dumps. 30 minutes till this crap opens and we're floating above DD band. It's still trying to sell off as always. Gonna break our hand. What's the ETA for TradingView? I think it takes a week or two. I'm not really sure how long it takes for Google to approve your app submission and review it and load it onto the store, but we've already created our Google developer account. We've already uploaded everything to the App Store. Today we're posting it for review, so however long it takes for Google to review it. Guys, do me a favor, smash that like button. Smash the like button. Get it up. 300. We just got it there. 800 people here. Hit it up. Hit it up.
Gelete na geladeira.
Subscribe button too. Ready to go?
Na porta.
Thanks for the updates. Yes, sir. Ready to go? Ready to go.
É.
All right. So hopefully today, we're going to open in about 25 minutes. No big news today. Fed tomorrow. There could be a little pre-Fed covering. I still have a feeling that today is going to be a day that looks like this. You want to know my personal feeling? The market is still wanting to trade down until this tariff thing gets resolved or the Iran war gets resolved. We're waiting for what I'm going to draw 2 little question marks here. Question marks are what we call silence. This equals silence. Silence is bad. Any silence out there related to the 2 things going on in the media is bad. The silence will exist. The market will just continue to push lower. Okay. Anybody that speaks up that says something like we're in talks with Europe about tariffs, or we're in talks with Iran about whatever, then the news can sort of dislodge us from that path. It's going to be trying to trade down, but the news can like dislodge us and create just one green day out of the whole mix, which also a little bit of covering leading into the Fed will also create that move, right? So I think that today could be that day. I'm not just wishing that it will be, but I'm saying it's any silence will be downward movement, but any interruption, that silence is likely to be pushed to the upside, and a slow one. Like it's going to be, the market's still trying to trade lower. We still remember the tariffs. We remember exactly what that world was like. And I think Wall Street doesn't want to forget, right? If we get any upside move today, it's not going to be like this, I don't think. Upside move is going to feel squeezy. So it's going to have like these J-shaped curve moves. You see how like right here, it's kind of like doing this and doing this, and it's kind of like doing this, and it's kind of holding. And if it pops again, it'll do this and hold, and it will do this and hold. Rather than like doing this, it's going to be the upside down sort of thing. So it like speeds up as it moves. The idea of that being that short squeeze being led, the market's been selling off for a while. Do we get a nice little pump relaxation day? You know, very possible, right? That we do. Is there any already a way to backtest how MHP behaves historically? Yeah, like millions of our folks here already have done that. We have historic data in the platform. If you load up a 15-minute chart, historic values of liquidity maps will show up. They'll paint it across it if you load up just like this. So you can go have all the historic data you want. Neon did a back test the other day. Some of our members have done a back test and they published it in the boot camp. Lots of stuff. What do I know about mean reversion? That on a bell curve, given enough games played along the set of data, the outcome will revert to mean as time and iterations go on. I don't know. You talking about trading? Mean reversion just means the mean is realized. Your average plays out. That's what mean reversion means. In trading, they use mean reversion as a middle, more like a median reversion, I guess. Mean reversion just basically means where's the middle in trading lingo. Like here's the low, there's the high. Mean reversion's like to the middle. Finding the middle. The middle is not necessarily like the peak of a bell curve, but it's just like a physical range. Yeah. Looking for New York? Yeah, I finished with a good New York session. I'm feeling it. Are you feeling it? I'm feeling it. I can already. I got 5 contracts here, so I'm up about 5 G's on the challenge account. Should I hold for more? Should I degen? Should I close out here? Take the 80 something points and then call it, or what? Pocket the 5K? Or should I go for more? Should I go for more? What's the highs today that we can go for? Close 3, leave 2 runners. Look at you. Look at you, Simon Dean, with the smarts. I can't argue with that. All right. I'm going to close 2. I'm going to close 3 and leave 2 runners. Simon Dean, the man at the plan. And on the first dip, I'm going to jump right back in. Close it. I'm scared. You scared? Degen it? All right. Yes, sir. Let me get you a little screenshot there. The update. Now this is live, so all of these are still active positions. But I froze where it is. It looked like I closed out at 10 instead of 30. So I'm about 4,200 bucks right now where we're standing. Trade smart. That's right. Trade smart, because yellow line on S&P, right? That's the scary part. So we'll see what happens. This is nice to start off here. So we are gapping down pretty significant amount. This is about 200 points on Nasdaq, and we're gapping up. Gotta love earnings season, right? We're gapping up about 10 points in the S&P. So I think at minimum today, you know, with the downward trajectory we've had, this is probably gonna try to fill the gap. This will probably go down to here. Like I said, my plan today is this area that I want to be long somewhere around here. Normally when we fall, I wait for DD band reclaim to jump back in. I've since in this environment modified my strategy a little bit to buy instead of the reclaim, waiting for more confidence because I don't have confidence, to instead play the overshoot, rather buy into the low a lot lower than I normally would, to bet that when we get to the reclaim, I can trim and hold the runner there. So I'm gonna, instead of doing what I normally do, which is get the reclaim, then buy again on the dip and then have a cost basis there, I'm gonna wait and let it fall and then go there and then trim and hold the runner and let it fall, add some more, go there, and sort of behave that way. So right now, that's exactly what I did this morning. I had my contracts, I got somewhere over here, I don't remember what it was. And then trim a little bit, I got a runner. If the runner goes, we're good. The runner runs 200 points, I mean, and that's a lot for even 2 contracts, which is great. If it dips down, I can add some more. Yeah, play just like that. That's right. It ain't your money, so full port it. Okay. Okay. Okay, chat. Okay, chat. Why are people not hitting the like button? It's insane knowledge. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think people woke up today and they were like, you know, free stuff. I'm not into it anymore. I don't want free things anymore. I hate it. I hate free stuff. Did I not take any challenge counts? I made zero trades overnight. Nothing. Nothing looked good. We were below MHP on Nasdaq and we didn't touch it. And we were above MHP on S&P. So, like, the dynamic being weird like that. Where the hell's my water bottle? Hold on. Ayo. Where's my water bottle? I know where my water bottle disappeared to. Yep. No trades overnight because there really wasn't anything to take. I know itching. We opened here. Market started selling a little bit. There was nothing to play off of. MHP was here. And again, we're opening above on S&P, below on Nasdaq, right? Nasdaq is clearly gamma negative. S&P is clearly gamma positive. S&P is gapping up. Nasdaq's gapping down. Weird, right? So I decided to sit out, then do nothing. Market fell, hit here. It was about 10 or 11 o'clock maybe. We're down in here. I didn't trade it. Usually that late at night, I don't try to engage in a trade unless I just have a feeling like, okay, today's the day. Clearly with the news and tariff stuff, I'm not thinking that we're going to have a spontaneous reversal overnight. So I didn't take it. Normally I'll maybe, if I have confidence, I'll take a trade, set us like a really wide stop. And like an example, what I'll do overnight, and I do this a lot. Say that I went along with 10 contracts right here, and then my stop is like 40 points under. I'll stop at like 2 every 40, 60, 80, 100. Like I'll give it a lot of stop. and I'll just stop out of all of it over a long, wider range, just to be able to absorb. Because a lot of times markets will like be chilling and chilling and chilling, and then they'll do like a sweep really quick before it reverses. And that a lot of times when it sweeps, it doesn't get all of them. And I'm like, well, let me risk, you know, another 80 points on 6, and I'll spread it out like this just in case it sweeps. A lot, like more than half the time, the reverse has a stop sweep like this exactly where I want to stop, and I hate to get out of all of it, so I give it a little bit more room, spread it out. Only on these DD band plays, like whenever the market just falls a DD band and I want to get the long and go to bed and wake up here somewhere, I gotta assume a big wide bet. So a lot of times I will take that risk. And if it stops all of it out, then you wake up the next morning, you're way down here, then it's like, okay, well, glad I'm out of all of it, and then the market usually is crashing anyways. Abs, you on the sweep? Yeah, all like this, right? So whenever I go to bed, I usually, like, if I want to normally a 40-point stop, I promise you, I'm spreading out like almost 100, 200 points. Like, I'm spreading out my stop very wide because I'm trying to swing it up. And again, if I have 10 contracts, it's like, you know, every 40 points or 20, 40 points, I'll stop out 2 and 2 and 2 and 2. Just a big wide stop. But it's rare that I'll take that trade with something big. 10 contracts on the account size I'm trading right now, that's not enough to really scare. And of course, like, I'll wake up the next day and the market's just crashing, then I'm glad I took whatever little stop I did, and that I don't trade it the rest of the day. If anything, I'll lose like a day worth of progress if I get stopped out of that the whole way. It crashes, but then I avoid a crash, right? Okay, this is looking pretty cool. Hopefully we get a burp at the start. What's happening in 13 minutes? Oh, bro, dude, 13 minutes? You don't want to know. You didn't pay attention to the news? Okay, so like today, it's this huge news. Today at 9:30 in the morning, the stock market's going to open. Whoa, that's happening in 13 minutes, guys. It's been a while. It's been like 24 whole hours. I almost forgot that it happens every day at 9:30. It's crazy talk. Crazy talk. It's been a long time. It's been a while. I almost forgot that it happens. It hasn't opened in like hours. It's been a lot. It's like 24 whole hours there. What is stock market? Yeah, I know. I'll teach you guys all about it in a minute when it opens up. It opens kind of like when the mall opens. The doors open and trading begins. Kind of like shopping, but instead of shopping, you're buying invisible things online and gambling your life savings away. It's pretty nice. It's a really cool phenomenon. Okay, come on, market. Let's go. Let's move. Let's go higher. Hit the like button, guys. 50% win rate. You guys, half you guys are winning this trade. Half you guys are losing this trade. What's a mall? Yeah, it's kind of a funny question to ask these days. Malls don't have the same vibe as when I was a kid, you know? You mean like Wolf of Wall Street? Yes, exactly. 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 So, can I tell you guys a little cool thing? All right, can I tell you something funny? Greater market signals have not all been bearish, right? You've had basically like 1 or 2 of your greater markets still being bullish, even though I've been selling off for a month, right? Can I ask you guys a trivia question? You guys see me making money, right? There's been some times in here where I made 60K a couple of days, and then the last couple of days I've been making 5 and 10K, right? Small. And the idea is I haven't really been shorting a lot. But wait, Matt, the market's coming down. You've noticed that probably 80% of my trades are still longs, right? Even in all of this, and I still haven't had a losing trading day yet. Y'all haven't seen one on the stream. It's been great longing through this. Now, remember, on a chart, one may say, well, it looks like the high is here and the low is here. We're trending down. Another thing is like, man, look at all this red. Red days don't just fall and stay down. Red days are choppy and volatile. I always find long trades in red days. So the crazy part is I've mostly been longing through here too. And this is a lesson I teach people all the time. It's very rare that I turn my brain into short mode. Usually it's like the second wave where it gets crazy violent, where short mode is almost always on. It's very rare that all 3 of your greater market signals turn bearish. I will short off of high pops to sell off. Unfortunately, we haven't had any good high pops like upper DD band. We had one the other day I think I shorted from, and that was it. But like most of your days don't just fall straight down and stay down. Like markets trend down, but look, there's just as much green. If you were to stand back and squint your eyes, your brain would tell you that this chart, like if you do this, like if you sit back like 5 feet, squint your eyes and look at the color. If I ask you what color it is, you're gonna say it's probably yellow, a mix of red and green. It kind of looks like yellowish. You know, it's like, okay, the green and red contrast together. It doesn't really look red, doesn't look green. It kind of looks somewhere in the middle. There's actually more, if you count the candles, there's actually more green than there is red in this downward trend. Even when markets fall, it's like red, green, red, green, red, green, red, green. You're never gonna really find a time where market's just red, 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 red. In a bull market, it's gonna be mostly green and a little bit of red. But in a bear market, it's like a combination of both. Look, red, green, red, green, red, green. So the only thing you have to do in a bear market is shift your mentality. Is when you're looking for greens, you're not looking for a green that goes like that. You're looking for just the small moves, which is what I'm doing. They're still easily as predictable in bear markets as they are in bull markets. The difference in a bull market is you're gonna want to trade for longer runs. In a bear market, you're gonna know it's trending down, so you can grab those bull scalps up towards that direction it's trending to. So the thing you see me shift into doing, it's crazy. I'm Matt making 200K in the last 2 weeks, only longing in a downward selling market. Crazy, right? Yeah, I know, right? It's weird how that works. But the thing is that I think what people see is that you've moved lower, and they don't think to understand that. Look at yesterday. We only really sold off for 3 hours, but we actually rallied for 5. And it's the weirdest thing to like have that thought. Like, okay, let me see, like 1, 2, 3. Actually, we hit the low in 2 hours. As a matter of fact, we hit, yeah, so higher highs for 4 hours. We actually were rallying for more hours than we were selling off. Well, maybe 4 and 4. So, but the fact that the magnitude is longer makes you believe that that is the bulk of your strategy, when as this is the bulk of the strategy, right? Count the candles last night. How many red ones? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 red, and they're not even lower lows. We can consider this all uptrend from the low. So let's just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down. On the way down, there's 3 pop candles, and on the way up, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sort of green candles. Bear markets don't produce just downward moves. They can, and they can be violent. You have to train yourself when you lose your key level just to get out of the way and let this happen. My trading strategy is designed to wash this from existence. Like, what do? Is I try to make money, avoid. Like, I try to avoid this type of day and do nothing. You're like, well, you could have shorted and made a lot of money. I make a lot of money doing what I do. If I try to guess every single time it's gonna sell off and I could have jumped in on the short, almost every one of these days had that same signal, but it survived. When the 10% of something happens, it happens big. It's like the lottery. I remember the mathematical term of it. When something is improbable to happen, when it does happen, the severity is high because improbability. It's like winning the lottery. The reason the lottery payment is so high because it's improbable to win. Nobody wins. The balance racks up. So you can always, in hindsight, say, well, why didn't you short here? But in the moment, this red candle could have been a short, but it turned around. This red candle could have been a short, but it turned around. This little red candle, these ones with the wicks, short, could have turned around. This could have been a short, but it turned around. This lower low could have been a short, but it turned around. And so in only hindsight idiots will say that. In the real moment, you got these green candles that look like this that hit lows for the day. So it tried to sell and save, try 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 to sell, failed. So the goal is long, 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 take a small loss, avoid. That's how I make money trading. Right? Is that I don't look at this as like missed opportunity. I look at this as the one time something fails, it's severe. In a bull market, the failure is small, and then the next day it usually recovers. In a bear market, the failure is massive, and the next day it doesn't recover. That's the main difference, is the next day recovery. So in a bear market, just learn to, when you crash through, your catalyst is active, whatever, we say sit out for a reason, because the times it doesn't work, it does that, right? And does that. So the goal is just to avoid those type of days, right? Don't try to chase them. Most days go up, and even when markets are trending down, there's still a lot more move. Like here's an example, right? The mentality of why didn't you short?
countertop mesmo de madeira. A única e acredito que eles vão fazer em loco vai ser o molden dentro. Não, na porta tem o segundo.
Market, when all three greater market indicators are bearish, you will see me short about half the time. But when DD ratio is still greater than half and MH still above MHP and all that, you see me still longing even in the lows. Even when markets are selling, there are still more upside opportunities, or as many upside opportunities in this market as there are in any other market. Even though the direction's down, I just allow myself to trade the scalps. So today I got a tiny little 4 contract position. Really glad I took profit when Simon Dean told me to. Thank you, Simon Dean. And it's all about knowing when the market's predictable. You can't predict where buyers will step in. Like that example I gave you, the market looked like it found lower lows and somehow shorts started covering at that moment, or news kicked us up or something. But you'll notice, even in sell-off markets, the goal is just to avoid those 1,000-point drops and not take a huge loss. The greatest thing is the market's been going lower and going lower and going lower, and I'm long-minded and I'm still making money longing as it's going lower. Imagine what it's going to look like when the market starts rallying and I'm the one longing into it, right? I must have got a really terrible entry here. Does that make sense, guys? Mm-hmm. 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 I'm breaking DD band right now. So the goal is not to be caught off guard and lose a lot. Losing's part of the game, but losing's small. And again, when we hit greater bear market, I will be shorting off of every high we get, every high, every open, every high for the most part. This is news driven. It's also a little bit of profit taking the earnings. I think it's going to be about a month more of downward selling pressure. I think we might fully retrace half of what we did in April. I think that's very possible. But I always still take attempts and stabs of buying the dip just because, I mean, why not? There's enough play in here. And if it pops to the high, like today, if we go up to yellow line, I might be willing to take a short off of something if the indicators are there. But I never like look at something, okay, let me short at the bottom here, you know? Yeah, we're about 10% down from all-time high. All right, DD band, give us some love today, baby. S&P slightly gapping up, flat day. Remember, resilience, take resilience with a grain of salt on a flat day. You know, be very careful. We have 533 likes out of 1,300 people. I told you guys, let's get it up to like at least half of people. I told everyone at Prop Score, including Brad, including Neon, to cancel all giveaways until we get our like ratio at least 500 or at least 50% starting off. So everybody click the thumbs up button to turn it back on. We're gonna have a new rule, so if you guys can help us out there, we'd love that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Sting-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Come on. Open, resilience positive. Wait, where's my trade here? Okay. Be violent a little bit. Can we touch half gap today? Resilience is slightly negative, slightly positive, flip-flopping. We need resilience to be greater than or less than 50 or negative 50 to have what we call a strong read in an environment like this. So we'll see what happens. It's trying, just retrace this. It looks like it's going to sell. So I don't know how we're going to play, but let's see how we play. There's the middle of this range right here. See what maps look like. Market dumpage today, maybe. I just have a small position here. I'm going to play inside of this range. I'm going to build a position closer to the overshoot. Just playing micros for now at the bottom because I'm going to have a wide range. I'll be able to build it a little bit lower here. Arbitrage is kind of fighting, kind of positive, kind of negative, kind of Doing both sides here. Do we open and sell to find lower lows? Maybe so. Maybe an hour or two of lower lows and we reverse. Not really sure. How's this going to play out? I'm going to say that I told you earlier about 800 is that range of that market's just dead here. Okay, so we have no liquidity pocket that can... Ooh, MHP. I'm already in 6. Okay. All right, this is gonna be tough. Okay, so be very careful it doesn't break MHP and die. If we break here, the market's dead. So this to this is gonna be a scalp that's gonna play out pretty well all day today. Hopefully this is the fight. So this, we've got something that's good here. That's good. That's good. Resilience is positive. Resilience DD bands ratio is positive. Good. Good, good. Come on, hang in there. But if we lose it, the market's dead. So like I said today, if we lose this, avoid, stay out of the way, do nothing. All right, let's see what happens. Building a position around DD band about, like I said, 840, 820. This is what I want to do. And if we lose this, market dies. Easy as that. I've got a small... this is just micros here. And if it dies, it dies. We'll do, what's the average on this candle here? This is about 95 and about 70 points of overshoot all the way down to like 830. Yeah, 830 is the overshoot. 830. So hopefully we hold this and we go. If the volatility plays out, then we're good. Like I said, keep my position small enough to hold through it. Maybe we get a little bit of a reversal there, but maybe not. We'll see. Let's see what the bigger stocks are doing. MHP every single time. Hold on. Hold on to that. Liquidity pocket on. Stop doing this. Nvidia looks okay. All right, that ain't bad. BLU on Apple, that ain't bad. Meta, unfortunately not good for Meta, bad. Microsoft, decent. Bullish setup. But boy, it's looking to die. So I hate days that do this. But maybe, just maybe, we get a little pre-covering into Fed. Fed's tomorrow. Google, bearish, unfortunately, a mix of things. Google popped and then immediately started selling. Intel's got a little bit of a wick at the bottom, so some of the chips are starting to actually rally here. I wouldn't say that things look too bad. Not on the chip front. Micron found lows to the overnight lows. It's kind of sitting at overnight lows right now. Come on, hold that MHP. ARB is negative though. It's kind of not that good. Can we get that? So, I'm going to maybe lessen my position from 6 to 5. If you are a bear, what you want to see is MHP break, and then you're shorting on the retest. So a bull is wanting MHP to hold. Which I'm not feeling it right now. I feel like it's going to be a pretty gross hour, but I'm still going to hang on to it. I might just trim it a little bit if we don't get above it. Come on, baby. So about, under these conditions, about 1 out of 4 without the confluence, roughly 1 out of 4 days, we see have the power to break through it. Roughly 3 out of 4 days don't have the selling power to break through it. It's time for the drawing. Yeah, we're getting close. Yeah, we're getting close. I think I want to keep it lighter. I'm going to keep it at 4. Allow a little bit more overshoot. Kind of hate days like this. It's always risky to do this, but more often than not, it's worth making the attempt on it. Come on. And if you die, the best part is if you die, if market dies today, you just kind of avoid it. So I'm gonna allow myself right about 820, 830 area. And that's where I'm gonna call it on the overshoot. So I'm allowing 80 points of overshoot for this. And that's it. And we'll stop on the other side of that, call it a day. Play one more play at this. If ARB is looking positive, actually it's pretty decent. Okay. Okay, this is my dig. That's the attempt to return to MHP. 80 point overshoot. I went up to 8. And if market dies, market dies. Simple as that. And then we just avoid. Keep the losses small. Do we have resilience when positive on S&P? Slightly positive. That's decent. ARB went slightly positive. ARB went slightly positive. That's decent. So I'll keep this down close to about 2,000 bucks. 2,500 is about where I'll pull the plug on this. Now again, we have just a big crash day on NASDAQ. Then keep the loss small. Like I said, I'm allowing a big, wide, sweeping overshoot, and then this is probably going to be a loss. Yeah. So we'll start pulling the plug at 800, like I said this morning. That's where I'll stop. Around the edge here. Okay. Start trimming. Not going to work. Not today. Start trimming. Come out, it's about 2,000 on this one. All right, pull it. Nope. Ain't gonna work. Not today. Today ain't the day. Yeah. See if a cat is active here. So today's not the day for that one. All right, let's see what else we got here. See if there's a cat active. Let me look at this. Unfortunately, lose on that one. If we get back above here, yes. Other than that, it's just another avoid day, which is good. Keep it small, keep it tight. Take the stab. This one time it didn't work. And just wait. Let's see on NASDAQ. 28.029, and then we have a 260. What is it? On to the next trade. Minus 261.50. 27.67. So cat active line is right there. 67. Off of the opening move there. No overnight catalyst because it kind of like humped around like. So this is the straight fall. Cat active line is there. In essence, like, the funny thing is NASDAQ is down 1.3%. S&P is down 0.14. So NASDAQ has moved 8 times the distance of the S&P today. And I stopped out, but maybe, look, it's a little bit of bounce there. So we'll see what happens at this overshoot. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Guys, hit that like button really quick. We're about to hit 1,600 viewers. 700 people tapped it. Y'all get that love, hit that love button there. Cat is cat active. Yep, Catalyst. When a Catalyst is active, you guys the rule on that one. And don't trade below purple line, period. Let them, like I said, I just avoid the market when it falls and dies. And just let it die. And then one of these days it turns around. Like I said, keep things light and small. Don't really have to push too hard on this. If we get back above here, I'm willing to get back on the long side of things. And hopefully the market finds some kind of buyers or something. But the reason I like to be long is because the news that comes out could be somewhat favorable towards resolve in the Iran situation, right? You know, Trump and these guys come up with some kind of plan or some kind of thing and the market just goes the other way. Yellow line at 762. Yeah, let me look at it really quick. Let's find out my next play. 762 down here at the bottom. Yes, sir. Oops. Let's move this one down here. Just another day. Avoid this crap and let it do the crappy thing. And glad I'm out. And yep. Just stay away. Now, avoid the market here. When Catalyst is active, volume is going to get crazy and just kind of wait for it. This is usually a really solid play to take at the lower band. I mean, it's always a good play to take, but when the market just dives to it, just cut and run. Like I said, I kept it small with micros so that I'm not close to, you know, these accounts are probably like 10,000 or so buffer in it. Which keeps it kind of nice. But we are like freaking tariff environment again. It feels just like it did 2 Marches ago. So cat active line, like I said, we stay down here. This is the massive crash day, and we'll just avoid, you know, having risk on the table from that.
Então já faz uma oraçãozinha pra nós.
Por quê, ó? Tudo eu.
Just like yesterday. Yeah, a lot of this is just like yesterday too.
Obrigado, meu Deus.
As long as you survive with the cat active line, maybe it can move here. But this is a dangerous place to be trading right in here. Very dangerous. I usually sit out below this purple. Like I said, the market just opened and flushed a little bit, and the goal that I have as a trader is not to blow up the account on the way down. And every day I'll take a stab at the same place. If it's a small loss one day, small loss. It's like the first red day I think I've had in a long time so far. But we'll see if we can't find some good trades come out of this. The losing's part of it. Yeah, let's investigate to see what monthly maps look like, because we haven't done that yet while we're waiting for some. It's fairly obvious that there is no... Oh, actually, hold on. S&P does have liquidity pocket here. 7407. Actually, not that bad. It still has that same resistance here, but we're kind of at the base of support for some S&P. Kind of nice. NASDAQ is... Yeah, it's still kind of that same area. Yeah, there's no... So about NASDAQ doesn't really have much hope. Kind of a bummer. Oops, let me put that right over here. And put that on this today's trading day. Move this here. Where are those words? Put those over here. All right. You just kind of wait and see what happens. So I closed out closer to 800 and now we're down at like 700. So kept it kind of small. Nvidia now officially has less market cap weight than Apple.
2 micros.
It's crazy, right?
And the weekend.
Huge, just huge selling pressure. And every single chip manufacturer over the last like 3 weeks has been like that. S&P fighting at lower liquidity pocket. I know those of you that are getting burned on NASDAQ, don't take your eyes off the S&P. The S&P has a liquidity pocket here, MHP here. Greater market still bullish.
More,
it's weird. Despite the intense selling pressure, the greater market has not at all given up the overall effect of just melting that market cap of the chip makers. The majority of, like everything else, the majority of the stock market is green.
You always wait until 10? Not always. I mean, I told you guys it was going to dump at the open at 9:30, but there was no setup there for me. So
like the majority of the stock market is green.
Get a setup at 10.
As always, just the chips again, red. That has been the going trend of this stock market.
Will you long if PDL is hit? No, I'm not.
Everything
just
green and
that, right? I'll long
chip manufacturers just red.
Shows up. We're another almost 100.
I'm gonna make a pact with myself tonight that the Nasdaq is just toxic and I'm never trading it ever again for the rest of 2026. This market. You have bulls, you have liquidity. This is the long area of the S&P. Maybe find an opportunity here. One more trade. Hit the pocket. I'll trade S&P this time. Nasdaq said hell no, but S&P might say okay. Nasdaq might give us its blessing. S&P might give us a blessing today. 5 straight red days in Q of higher, yeah, pretty much. S&P, look a little bit of a bounce there. Okay, okay. I'm missing out on it though. Look at the two charts though, side by side. Let me put up like a 5-minute chart. Look at how they both look. This is the effect of market cap. Look at the S&P. Like this is pretty, S&P is just sitting at lows, right? NASDAQ is like overshooting large amount. 1.6% down versus 0.2% down. I'll tell you, this is the first time in my trading career I've seen this much deviation in just one sector getting hammered. So, you know, the quote unquote chip bubble that people have been talking about or whatever, little bit of chip profit taking is what you can call it. How the S&P, like I said, the S&P is finding a little bit of a support, this liquidity pocket here, although I'm not taking it. I wanted to get lower low at bear zone, but we'll see what happens. Maybe we can get above MHP, would be kind of nice. MHP reclaim, should I? God, I keep wanting to just ape into this. Like, chat, should I chat or what? I'm doing one Blue Sky account. Should I? What's this distance we've traveled since we've been here? About 260 points. To 830, 840 is the middle. Fighting the cat active area on NASDAQ. Like, should I just like? Could I? Should I? ARB is negative though. MHP res is positive. I could take one stab at it with some micros. So on the MHP reclaim and test with positive ARB, positive MHP res, I'll take one more stab at it. I'll get 3 micros here. I'll put 7 more here and trade the pocket. So again, I'm going to repeat kind of like the same from earlier. 3, 7. I'll have a full mini here for the pocket. Like this is good. This is good. This is good. Okie dokie. All right. I'm ready for another loss, guys. Okay. Losing's part of the game. Waiting for something better. This maybe could be better. Conditions look a little bit better. But I like ideally though in this kind of market, because the counter news to the trend is always to the upside. If any news comes out that's just a hint of I'm in discussion about the tariffs with Europe, the candle is 10%, 5%. We know how that goes. So the goal is to be positioned for that run up in case it happens. It's not going to be like there's going to be a moment where the market just goes up on its own, but it can if these support areas are found. But the idea that I'm thinking is that we get this run up on like a news thing. And I'd like to be positioned at every major liquidity pocket, even if I hit it and lose, hit it and lose, hit it and lose, the 5% day or 10% day will make up for a month of losses. One of these days, we might have another repeat of what we had like in March of last year. Where is the giveaway? What giveaway? Oh, we canceled giveaways today. You guys can hit the like button enough. Y'all got to get it up to 800. Did you like the stream? This is let's see, 10 consecutive minutes. Just market pushing lower. I'm sorry, not 10, 20 consecutive minutes. Actually 25. Dell's down 15% from yesterday's close. What on earth is doing that?
Que foi? Que foi?
Was Michael Berry right? With his new big short?
Entendi.
Consumer confidence in 7 minutes. Yeah. And the consumer confidence numbers have been actually getting a lot better. Let me show this really quick.
Mas passar a linha lá foi umas 25 pessoas.
Consumer
vezes
confidence.
50. Mas não vai pra você que capaz que nem umas 5 não
Oh, yeah, this one. Okay. So that's not what I was thinking of, but it's a CB numbers, yeah.
Mostrou o valor no telão.
Let's see where we are here. Higher than expected reading is considered good. And we've had beats pretty much across the board with the exception the June number was a slight miss. The estimates for June are a little bit lower, so we'll see if the actual numbers for June come out better than that estimate there. I'm not sure that's going to be that big of a mover, but it's a mover. Right now, I mean, anything can happen today. Any news that come through.
I think I got most of that.
This week.
All good. We'll let her get situated here. I might have brought her on without confirming first. I was just so excited.
Google's picking up a little bit of a bounce here. Google's back up to above its opening price.
In the meantime, we should run the giveaway.
Intel opening and nose diving.
We hear ya.
This is what I get for trying a new mic on the day of a new stream. Okay, like this is the first time I'm even testing this mic. I was like, what kind of time to test it? You know?
You're like, that mic's going back. What's up, my girl? How are you doing?
Great.
I'm doing good. How are you? Oh my god, I'm
good.
Hey
Looking at all the stocks that I have on the stream.
Oh my gosh, Nav,
so
I am hyped.
A story. Let me just quickly post this so we can let the people know. We can get the people going.
Get the people going.
Alright guys, I am the fit. Alright, it's going up.
Need this.
Done.
Hopefully the
Oh,
pocket
you're going
holds here.
live. Yes, you gotta let the world know. You gotta let
Nice.
the world know.
Nav,
Nav, I
Thumb
haven't
through
seen
and see
you
if I have
in
any supports on any of my
time.
major
It's been a
tech
couple
companies.
weeks, but
Nvidia
I've
has
been
MHP
hyping
to
you up
hold
on the
itself
chat
here, which
on
is okay.
Tradify.
Keep an eye on
I'm
192
so
and a half on
excited for you to
Nvidia.
be on here today. I know
Come
some
on,
people
baby.
might not
Nvidia,
know
hold
who
on.
you are,
Apple.
so give them a
One
little,
of these days,
little
I'm telling you,
intro.
one of these
Who-
days, it might not be another month from now, but one of these days, this will chill out. Could be a month from now, though. I was like brushing my teeth last night, contemplating this. I was like, oh, you know, we got another month of crazy market ahead of us. I know a lot of people are like, maybe it's gonna bottom out today or tomorrow. I'm thinking like, my job is to try to be in as many positions nearer to the bottom and take stabs at it every day. There's gonna be those days where there's just the big run-ups, but like shorting off of you know, areas of resistance that I know of. So like, again, an example today, if the market were to rally to yellow line, I might be shorting off of that. Today, if the market were to rally to yellow line, I might be shorting off of that. But again, with the ratio bullish, I'm still not convinced that a pop is a good short if we rally midday. If at the open we were to rally, I would short at the open, but not if it rallies midday. So yeah, we're still just a major bear market here. Let's take a stab with a couple of S&P micros to see if MHP will hold with growing positive arbitrage and MHP res. Good and good. The idea is a little bucket here is if the liquidity pocket can hold. Can we get up above here? Resilience is negative though. There's resistance that way. So.
É nada, tá gordo o suficiente, fica gostoso deitar assim.
Nasdaq sit out, so I'm playing S&P
Fica
this time.
gostoso deitar desse
Nasdaq
jeito.
being as crazy as it's being.
Pose pra foto aí. Não dá pra ver nada, só dá pra ver uma bola de pino. Pro outro lado.
I don't want to be caught in like a 10% move upside down either. A month we're approaching equilibrium. We're getting close. I still think there's another possible month of selling though.
Ouch.
So maybe rally after that. I don't know. It might be bad still into this expiration cycle, like through the middle of August. Here we go. So S&P, my position is here and there. So this little bucket that I'm drawing, inside of here is the play I want to take. Liquidity pockets hold every single time. I got to take it every time. I don't pick and choose. I follow the stats. And yeah, trust the system. Never failed me yet. All right. Come on, S&P. There is absolutely like no buying volume. Watching the active trader, it's just like you're not seeing it. There's nothing popping through. Now the minute I said that, now it just turned on. The algo's just turned on. Just sitting there. And now like I think like maybe the market maker was getting coffee or something. He's like, oh shit, market's open. Now I get to see a little bit of movement there. Okay. And then I load it up. Now it's like now the market's picking up some movement. It was just sitting there like nothing was happening. No volume, no it. Oh, it's 9 o'clock. That's my bad. My bad. That's why. I'm an idiot. Okay, yeah. Numbers just came out. Let's see what they are. I was wondering what it was. Try pay attention to the time. Let's see what we got. 90, a miss on the 92.4 estimate. Consumer confidence numbers coming down a little bit. Yeah. I think there's not gonna be a lot of movement till the FOMC, and I think people are actually forecasting that we are gonna get rate hikes. I think that's a lot of the big scare too. The rate hike probability is about 30%. I think according to the Fed Fund futures on the Fed Watch. Let's see what it actually says. Let me refresh this. Consumer confidence a little bit under. A little bit under. Let me load this up. I'll pop it back on the screen. Here we go. So about a 31% chance we do get a rate hike this time. If you go down to the actual probabilities section, this. You can see that when it comes down to the September meeting, 60% chance we get a rate hike. So sometime between now and the next meeting, there's a rate hike. So it's probably today, probably tomorrow, but if not tomorrow, definitely September. October, right? Same rate. And then by December, it's so we get two hikes. And then by next year, there's a chance we get 3. There's a 0.25% chance we get 3 rate hikes between now and the first quarter of next year. 25% chance. Looking good. 3 micros. Doing the Lord's work. Doing the Lord's work right now. Consumer confidence is very low at market bottoms. Yeah, that's what causes people to have their shift in sentiment. Like people's belief systems are swayed by the market. Another thing is that when companies, right, a lot of times when stock markets are crashing for like a year and then recovering, like in 2009 and 2010, the market was doing this. The company I worked for laid me off right here halfway through the retrace. It's like once things are bad at the following quarter, you're reporting performance during here and shareholders are like, yeah, we need to start laying people off, but the last quarter earnings are bad. But yeah, but stock market's coming up. Yeah, but we don't trust it. And then here they do the layoff plan. Here they announce the layoffs and the market just kept going up like this. So like shareholder sentiment also is delayed at the bottom. It's like crazy how that works. In the middle of recovery is when the company decided to let people go. And this is in 2010. And that started my journey as a trader. Best thing that ever happened to your trading, approaching 100K in payout since you took the boot camp. Trade D. Let's go. Full-time trading, paying bills, offer trading rock gear, position sizing, trade management, game changer. Thank you, Matt. Awesome, bro. Awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome. Learning the game, my man. I love it. Can NASDAQ escape the catalyst area? Just get out of the catalyst area. Get back into the good part of the market. A little bit of pre-consumer confidence pop. It's weird that the bad news is acting as good news. I think maybe the fact that it's above 90 is decent. Maybe just market's just testing the range. Maybe this is just a fake out to just test to see if we have people willing to cover shorts. You know, market makers typically will span a range just to see what happens, and if there are still bears, I don't know. Yeah. And very inspirational story, man. Very inspirational. All right, guys, let's start a giveaway. Our first giveaway in just a little bit. Hit those like button. There's 1 out of 3 you guys have done it. Get that up to 800, and I'll throw out some giveaway accounts, some free stuff for you guys to have. Oh, market. Don't just open and dump. You know how great it would be just to see 1 green day in the mix. Just a small one. And we might not get it till Fed Day. But how lovely would that be to have like 1 green day in the mix? I don't think it happened for NASDAQ because that requires us going all the way up to 200, which is like a 500-point rip in NASDAQ. But yeah. Remember, I took a small loss. I'm back in. Down but not out. I take my loss. I don't lose my cool. I make my second plan. It's not as good as the other plan was. But it's a better plan. Second trade. I dream of a day where the bull market comes back, when Donald Trump is no longer making this hard for us. That man single-handedly caused this entire this entire trading that we've been doing, all of it, 100%. Making it hard. Making it hard for all of us. I do kind of miss me some Biden era bull market though. You wake up, what do I buy today? That was the feeling. What are we buying today? What do I long first? Do I long at the open? Market gaps up. Do I chase the gap up and long at the gap up? Or do I let it retrace a little bit and long at the half gap? Oh, I remember those days. The days where you're so far above MHP and you're so far above hedge pressure that it gaps up, you're like, yeah, fuck it, I'll chase into it, and you just jump in, keeps going. Haven't seen a bull market in a good bull market in a long time. We came out of one at the end of 2022. We had about a year and a half of beautiful bull market. We miss them bull days, brother. We do. Oh, we do. All right, the little micros that could, like I said, I grabbed 3. Again, keeping it small because it's volatile, just holding through the chop. It's doing all right. You know, the NASDAQ hit me pretty hard though, because that guy dropped about 100 and something points. S&P very much barely moving. I don't think today's the day that people have decided they want to start buying chip stocks again. We're just seeing a full bleed out. Micron's down another 10% today. Jesus. How on earth is this just like full on market panic in just a couple sectors? Intel is down 8%. Nvidia is only down 2. Dell is down 15%. Oh my god. What is going on? It's like an isolated market crash. This is technically a crash, by the way. In just a couple of things. Just a handful of things. Other things, this is the biggest rotation I've ever seen. Because it's not everything's getting crunched. It's kind of interesting to see. You got some stocks that are at all-time highs. It's ridiculous how the market cap of the current stock market is floating. Look at Johnson & Johnson's all-time highs today. I mean, you're seeing certain things in that rally mode. We're just so used to trading the index when the rally was fueled by large tech companies. Look at this. There are companies that are just like, I mean, it's like, oh, what's JP Morgan doing? Oh, hold on, let me go on here. I hate when it does that. What's the low? Open, high, close, 355. Let's just do it like that. All right. That JP Morgan, like higher highs. Like, let's look at oil companies, right? ConocoPhillips. Medium highs. Look at Dell. I mean, it's just like huge. Micron, huge. And the fact is, but a lot of this too, again, a lot of this comes from the fact that the market traded, like the chip market traded like a freaking penny stock. I mean, ran up from like, companies went up 400% and they're just retracing a little bit. That's the thing. It, like, to me, if you were to ask me what to describe this, is it's just a little bit of correction, but it feels like a lot because the correction is so massive. If something runs up 400%, it's going to have some 10% down days. I mean, that's just part of it. Oops. You know? But it's not like the entire stock market's selling off. As a matter of fact, most of the stock market, people are dumping this to jump into other things. Other things have higher potential, and that's where the money's moving to. Yeah, the bubble itself is just deflating a little bit. Not popping, but deflating, yeah. It's a good way to put it. Across the board, it's not like everything looks crazy. It's just massive rotation. People are buying all kind of other stuff. That was promising for the Nasdaq for a hot minute there. I hate the cat active though, it's just ruining the day. S&P at MHP, maybe. It's had 2 or 3 attempts to move to VWAP, but it's just not making it there. We have supported that lower Varus span. We talk about this, a risk interval off the VWAP. It is somewhat holding there, but let's see if we can get out of this guy. There's certainly no trending. The VWAP is now resistance. When that happens, you don't have upward trend. So super bloated chip market. Blah. Yep. All right, we're gonna quit and go play Battlefield again today, like we did yesterday. It's probably not going to work either. Isn't that MHP? Not my favorite. Maybe I'll just hold off on this one and then one final attempt right there. All right, let's start off with our first giveaway today. Just like reading some news here. Let's have some fun with this. All right. Another market sad, market crash day. Let's have some fun. Let's do a giveaway. Hold on. Where is my giveaway bot?
Eu não tenho muita certeza se eles vão conseguir parede para ela bater aqui. Olhe Isso. Porque se precisar entrar em contato com o cliente, eu te falo. Eu falo com ele. Essa portinha. Não, beleza.
All right, so today, today's giveaway is sponsored by Blue Sky. I want you guys to come here and type the word chip crash in chat. The first giveaway word for the day. We're gonna do a Blue Sky account giveaway today. We have 50K launch accounts. Launch accounts when I've traded with Blue Sky, it's been pretty good. I've taken about 20 grand in payouts from them in the first month of trading. Not that bad. Blue Sky lets you have up to 3 accounts to trade with. I mentioned it yesterday. It's great for traders on a budget. It's very similar to TPT Pro, with the exception of it being an activation fee model, so it's cheaper to fail. Also, it is a same-day payout account, just the same. But when you're in your buffer phase, it's not trailing drawdown, which is what the benefit of that makes them slightly different. And by the way, Lucid's new accounts yesterday, I didn't even know, because I didn't look. Let me load it up really quick. I didn't even know, but Lucid actually, I was like, how did Lucid one up everybody else? Lucid actually has a bigger single take-home payout for the 150Ks than my fund and everybody else does. Did y'all see that? I think with the Lucid, speaking of Lucid, we did some Lucid giveaways today. With the Lucid accounts right here. Oops. Come on, go back to here. Lucid. We don't have the payouts shown here. I don't know. Oh, I have a, oh, funded. Here we go. My bad, funded. Here, like the Lucid 150K has a 12K payout and 90% split. So you can actually take 11, what is this? So 11,800 bucks. Sorry, 10,800 bucks net. The best single day daily payout from like my funded futures is 90% of 100K, which is 9,000. So Lucid's payout on the 150K is more than the other two. I didn't know that until I looked through it last night. I was like, man, Lucid coming through with like an 8K payout, but that's for the 50Ks. The difference being is that when you go to like my funded and TPT, is that it's 10K like no matter what account that you get. I believe that's the highest you can go on the rapid accounts. It's 10K max anywhere. So the neat thing with I'm glad to see that Lucid actually did have a one-up plan there to come up with a way to like improve upon the existing model. I thought they came in more expensive with a smaller payout, but the fact you get a bigger payout makes the extra 20 or 30 bucks kind of insignificant at that point for the scaling. So if you're doing the 100Ks or 150Ks like I do, You actually get a bigger payout from those guys there. All right, chip crash. Got some Blue Sky accounts to give away. Blue Sky launch, fantastic account. I've had a fantastic time with Blue Sky. After I went live with Lucid, that's just the next firm I picked up, and I've been having a great time with it. It'll be like TPT Pro Lite. You know, it's a similar experience, just a cheaper account. Come on, little 3 micros. The little 3 micros that could. Rado. Oh, what am I doing here? I forgot to play some giveaway music here. Every single little bull tease we've had has been just immediately met with selling. Some of your bigger stocks like Google and some of the companies are actually starting to find some buyers here. So that's why the market's not fully dying as fast as it should be. It's probably going to pick up some steam in a little bit. But you're seeing some buying in other things. Google's looking decent. I mean... Congratulations, Nina. Meta's picking up some buyers. Google's about to rally. I'm staring at it right now. The flow on Google is extremely strong. So not everything's dying today. Yeah, we can't expect any aggressive buying until semiconductors stabilize. Right. As in, if the semiconductors stop finding lower lows, the index might trickle up a little bit because everything else is going up. I agree with you. Yeah, until semi stabilize, we're not going to see a large reversal to the upside. I mean, I'll take a stab at MHP every time, but VWAP tap on S&P 7436. Hugario. All right, there's 3 of those to do today. Hugo, Arado, and Nina. Hugario. Y'all's names together sound like a Star Wars fighter squadron. Rado, Nina, take the wing. Hugo, take the gun. Got it, boss. Let's do it. The lyrics on this song are really funny. Stay on target. Fire coming in from above. It's like Rado makes me think about Greedo from Star Wars. I'm a master better. The song is like, the innuendo is you're driving a car, you know, shuffling it and shifting it or whatever. Did I like Andor? Andor was good. Yeah, I think Andor was pretty good. Come on. No way. Come on. We're going to give a VWAP. Make my dreams come true today, market. MHP, give us some love. MHP every single time. Even in 10% market chip crash, Can MHP S&P bring the love today? Or are we doomed? Doomed, as Bender would say. That flat VWAP closing is hovering below it is kind of scary. Sitting here like this, kind of scary. Like I said, I'm taking 3 micros. I'm not gonna make a break. I'm taking a stab at it. All right, so that's cool for the giveaways. Now we'll do some lucids in a little bit. Hang tight. What's my take on single stock futures? I think they're cool. I think they'll draw some interest to retail trading because of right now there's such a huge popularity in options. There's a lot of trade rooms that do options and options trading and they focus on equities. There's a lot of stock, like basically like your average person that gets into trading thinks stock market. So everybody's first stop is usually stock market. And as they go Googling day traders and this and that, they look for somebody that trades stocks or talks about stocks or talks about companies. They want to hear like CNBC, you know, like Dell's down 10% equities. And so people will find futures as a product. There'll be like single stock futures only trade rooms kind of thing. And the prop firms are picking them up. I think it's going to very much popularize equities trading for the average retail trader who doesn't have a lot of money either. Right now, you know, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, stock trading was reserved to the wealthy elite in my head. Like you had to have a lot of money to do it. And now the fact that you can have $30 and join a prop firm and trade futures, trade Apple stock, you know, you trade, you know, Micron if Micron has futures, but imagine like you're not paying $1,000 a share for a single share of Micron. You know, you can trade as much paper trading Micron as you want for the $30 for an eval. I think it's going to make it a lot easier for people to get exposure to equities market. What I think it's going to do is just bring more traders to props. I think right now equities folks and options folks have no place to trade those things in props, and every major prop firm right now, I've got the inside scoop as to which prop firms already are going to that, opening those products. Very simple. They're going to flip a switch and you'll be able to trade your single stock futures and like, you know, the Lucids and Tradeifys of the world. You won't even notice a difference. You'll wake up tomorrow and then you can add NVIDIA to your, I don't know when they go live, and my PropSquare team would know this, but for you guys, it'll just make it where y'all can chase some really crazy trends. Like right now, it's like if chips are selling off or if oil companies are rallying, you get a little bit more flexibility to diversify a prop account through a portfolio rather than just day trading the futures, right? You think that oil's going up or whatever, you can go out there and buy like 3 or 4 oil companies or something. And micro single stock futures. Oh, they have micros too? Yeah, that'd be kind of kick-ass. I haven't put too much weight into like looking at it. You want a prop for penny stocks? Oh my god. That no company like that would survive. They cut out gold when it rallies 20% in a month. Imagine a stock that rallies, you know, 6,000% in a morning because Ross Cameron's pumping it, you know. God, I could never imagine somebody being dumb enough to open up a prop firm for penny stocks. You never make it. Because the one thing is the penny stock is people just buy and they hold and the penny stock just slowly deflates. You're not blowing up. You buy a stock for 60 cents and at the end of the day it's 56 cents. You didn't blow up your prop account. So you're not making money off of people failing. When people fail, they just sits there and goes nowhere. And then after a month or two, you're like lost half the value of that penny stock. You're like, oh damn, I put in 10,000, now I'm down to 6,000. What's going on, you know? But when it has upside, your 10,000 turns into $1 million. You're like, okay. Lost Scamron. Oh, I love that's a hilarious name. Slow moving steamroller. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got to find a way to blow people up if you had a prop firm for penny stocks. Come on, S&P, don't tease us like this, man. Come on. Come on. People buying other things. People buying other things in this market. The largest single sell-off day in Micron in how many years? You said 10, 20 years? How long has it been? Oh, this is 74.34. Did I draw it in the wrong place? My bad. $11 years. Jeez. And like, it kind of feels really bad because the environment has been feeling strongly bearish, right? But when you look at all things being considered, right? I mean, the ridiculous April that we had. Let's find the middle. Like, where's the retracement range? Are we sitting close to the middle in the run up? There's the start of the run up. Yeah, that's essentially, we retrace half the distance. So all you tech heads out there, they're like technical traders, you know, your brain is probably like, okay, this is the exhaustion move. You know what I'm saying? It's possible. Those of you chartists out there, this is what you've been waiting for. The 50% fib number, the retrace, low to high, on the money, exactly to spec. So we've just retraced half the distance. So there you go. Let's see what other other things look like. Intel also having one of the most brutal days of the year. And Intel also traded like a penny stock. And look, from eyeballing this, Intel certainly lost the halfway point. That's easy to see that. It's definitely below it. Yep. So today Google's losing that area. And usually a lot of times it does fight here a lot. So you see how there's a lot of fight to figure out, is this continuation or are we dying? Let's see, with Dell dumped Dell dumped a lot, but Dell has actually been trading very well. It not being a chip maker, it's a computer manufacturer. It's reliant on chips. So whatever's making Dell have this sort of weirdness is also kind of odd because it's not as affected. It's just getting caught in the wave of it. Maybe tariffs or something might affect the prices of Dell computers. So there's the half gap on Dell. Also holding. Okay. AMD's nowhere close to retracing. I'm looking at the run-up area. I don't know. I got a good feeling about today. I do. Watching the market sort of... watching the violence dissipate a little bit, I've got a decent feeling. Nothing's picking up momentum yet, but I've got a decent feeling that it could slowly get... It's possible. I'm not saying it's worth betting on. We have not been seeing strong movement. Directed towards buying volume. Any kind of momentum? No. The upward movements and swings we've seen have mostly probably been short covering, profit taking. There certainly is no... There's not a bunch of people clamoring over each other at the exchange. Buy, 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 buy. Some people actually don't do that anymore, but I think right now most traders are in a holding pattern. Maybe cost averaging in on some of these lows, but I think right now you can just feel that there is no consistent... Like when I look at the order flow, the way I feel it out is if you look at it... Let me show you how this works. Right. Load up time and sales like this. Try to watch the order flow. And on a tick chart, you will just see that when the market is sort of... Right now it's kind of based strictly on supply and demand. Right now the market is allowing itself to go off of what people are doing. But you'll see sometimes that the market... And stocks a little bit easier to see this in because stocks don't have a pre-programmed agenda like the futures are trying to track something. So futures are snapping into place. So you'll see a little easier with futures, but with stocks, it just freely moves. And on a tick chart, I try to look for an abnormal pace. So an example is right now you can see how many candles are moving with Intel. And so it takes roughly, you know, looks like 20, 30 seconds for one of these candles to fill. If I start to see a bunch of candles fill up in a very short amount of time, meaning that the bottom axis on a tick chart is very tight, and it tightens up really quick, then that's the order flow that came in. If most of those candles are green, then you know you had a lot of bullish volume against the ask price. So you see how every single time, see here's a lot of bullish volume stepping in right now. It's building a lot of candles very quickly. If it builds a lot of candles very quickly and they're green, then you just sell its bullish volume. If I were to load up the same thing on like the futures are going to have like a little bit of a different vibe to it. Futures have a pre-programmed destination. Futures are tracking the stock. So despite what people are doing, futures are going to move towards a destination on its own. And so the way that you can see that destination, it's the same way, but in futures, you'll see that like an example, if there's like a lot of selling volume and all of a sudden the market snaps up with no buying volume, it means that the futures algo is just tracking the stocks that are moving up. Even if it doesn't take buyers to move price in futures, price is going to move based on what the underlying's doing. The buyers are like somewhere else, they're in stocks. So you don't necessarily need to see buying volume in futures to move. What I'm looking for is the sudden appearance of a bunch of candles in one color to alert me to the stock's order flow. Like this is just general selling. You can see the orders coming through to sell it. But when you see like a big candle that jumps where every single order skips a space, it's like an example here. These are all 70, 40, 50, 40, 50, 40, 50. There's actually people buying there. But if you see like a giant, like a giant green candle and it's like 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 and each one of them is a different tick value, that's usually the tracking algo jumping up or down. So this is just natural order flow. Let's see if we can find it when it looks like that. I'll zoom in on it.
No way. The fucking
it's not actually significant volume that's moving it. Just the algo just repriced the bid and ask higher. Oh, there's some movement there. Look at that.
Hold on, I want to see like how much of.
Let me find what I'm looking for. And you see this a lot overnight when the market's a little slower too.
Hey, Alex.
I'm watching it here. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh,
okay.
Nope, go down.
80% split. I mean, that's good for what you're getting. Minimum is 250.
Oh, I moved so fast I didn't see it.
Okay, so the buffer is 3100, and then that's like above the trailing part, right? 50% of the buffer zone.
Let me change the size to.
Like TBT as well. You must request your first payout before hitting the balance threshold.
Nah, because that's where you pick it up. Anyways.
Okay, 104, 500.
I didn't get a chance to see it.
Scaling plan. 8 minis, bro. That's so much.
I'll show you what I look for.
40 contracts.
It's really hard to see it.
Like this is insane, dude.
In the daytime when it's really there's a lot of trading.
I traded about 40 contracts.
Yeah. Oh well, I'll have to share another time. But essentially what happens is you might see like a green candle that goes up maybe 3 or 4 points. And then on the actual bid ask, you'll see it skip a tick or two. Like there's always order flow. There's always resting orders on every tick, but you might see like one contract to each price and it might skip a few. Because what happens, the algo just immediately prices here.
Okay,
and everybody shifts their orders. And then the next buyer just lands where the next buyer lands.
How to lose.
So when you can see that, then you can call it like buy mode is active. Like the index is just moving higher on its own because the bid and ask is moving with the stocks. And so it doesn't take, what I'm trying to say is it doesn't take the order flow to move the price. And you can kind of see if like the algo is turned to like up mode or down mode. Makes sense. All right. That was so promising on the S&P. I got so excited for a minute. We broke out of the VWAP there. I'm like, you know how me, when I see something I'm determined to do, I'm determined to do. I'm trying to catch this fish as it swims by.
Let me ask him. That made over $1 million last year trading all different props. I'm pretty sure Funded Suit was one.
Much easier to see overnight.
Sovereign Pulse. Wait, hold on. How did you know that? Did he say? Did he actually publicly state that? Or have you DM'd him?
The way you guys
Funded seed
perceive
is
it
not
when you're
available in the
trading,
UK,
the
really?
perception that you have is it just feels like the market just presses lower, and then it just pops up
and
no
then
matter what it does. It's like every sell is a buy.
Yeah, there you go. So Nigel has been
and it just,
you know that Nigel because he's a fucking dynamite trader,
it's
bro.
just moving down like it wants to go somewhere. That's kind of what
you want to dox yourself, Nigel, in chat.
And the reason for that is that the futures themselves don't just trade on pure supply and demand.
Dude,
the
it's
actual
so funny.
bid and ask price.
Yeah, there you go. There's Nigel right there. That's so funny.
This,
dude, it's fucking hilarious.
Is controlled by the exchange. By the way,
if I owned a prop and I saw,
that's not a market maker.
If I owned a prop and I saw like
they're quoting
Nigel has signed up, I'd be like,
when the exchange sets it. But the price, like an example, says 50 and 20 and 50. There's a 1 and a 1 right here. The exchange sets
you're fucked.
Bid and ask.
Sorry, but dude's gonna outtrade the shit out of your
what it's
prop
trying to become, what the stocks are doing,
away with.
and market makers are forced to put their orders on the other side of that bid and ask. So it's like a moving target like this, like two baskets that are moving.
He's a fucking goat,
dealers
bro.
constantly
You know what's funny is that I met Nigel
well
before I even started streaming, I believe. Or no,
what you're actually seeing?
Yeah, no, I think I did. I think I know
the algo just moving the price up because it's tracking the underlying. The goal is for the futures to equal the sum of the stocks. And there is some natural trading that pushes it towards each other, but also there's a tracking algo in all futures on the exchange that prices things accurately. And the same thing happens with options. Like options constantly shift their bid and ask based on what Black-Scholes says they should be priced at based on the underlying. And options have the same algo. There's a math equation that tells you what the price should be, and price is trying to get there, but it's like loosely able to move in case we push it away from there. It'll change price and react to our buying and selling. But also, when left to its own, it's going to track what it's supposed to be tracking. So that's kind of how. That's how equities index products work. My micros doing the Lord's work. Yeah. Can't complain. The 3 micros that could. How can you? How much can you go? VWAP is supporting on S&P. There's a flip there. Okay. I see what you're doing. Okay. I see you there. I see you there, buddy.
Never over leverages because you can't, because they don't have a lot of drawdown.
Like I said, micros held through the chop.
Even on a 150K, uses 4 to 5 micros. Jeff's like, wait, dude, I use like 65.
It'd be better, but
what? I got a $40 drawdown. I use 65.
S&P is only.
What do you mean?
9 points red today.
It's an H.
Point.
Brother, it's an H. I gotta use 65.
0.2% down. Back to the cat active line, and Nasdaq has now escaped the catalyst. That's kind of good.
Is it a W?
It's good to see.
I don't trade. I fucking eat alphabet soup with Jeff in the morning.
3 little micros that could.
And then a W, and then there's an N, and then there's an M, and then there's an L. Look at this. It's an L, brother.
A nice little surprise there.
It's an L. What most longs did today. They took the L.
Do I think this market rallies from here? I mean, it's technical.
See, all I need to do is insult
technical
Jeff
supports
to feel better.
at certain companies. We talked about Dell earlier and Micron earlier. It's just could just be
I
a
think my
technical
whole speech
response
about
to those
never
retracement
streaming again
levels.
got the haters out of
Let's
here.
get a little bit of technical traders short
Little
covering.
do they know.
You've run up on like the biggest rally you've ever seen in the chip market, and then all of a sudden you've got retracing half the distance in the middle of the biggest bull market we've pretty much had in a while.
Fucking idiots.
And now you finally had everything sort of sell off. This is like the middle of the second month of selling, right? And now we've hit the middle in certain areas like Micron. Some of the biggest runs that we had have just retraced half the distance. Normally, this is always a fight here. Like I can anticipate 5 days up, 5 days down, you know, like this, like we're seeing right here. This is pretty normal as the market's just questioning itself. Are we still rallying or not? And usually what happens is if you don't slowly start selling off, people are done selling. This was just profit taking, squeezing in the last wave bulls that got in And there's still people that saw this. They're like, man, I can't wait to get in at a discount. And this is that area that they contemplate likely getting in on. So this is a technical low for a lot of these chip stocks. Let me see what the SMH looks like too. Let's load up some of these. And look, the craziest part is VIX isn't even moving, right? So the entire market's not even affected by it. The SPX isn't affected by it. It's just a deflation rotation out of this chip manufacturing sector. That'd be it. And of course, the overall index looks like it's exactly at 50%. So let's double check that. And we're just kind of sitting here, right? So the middle has been achieved, you guys. So right, not including this candle right here. We're gonna zoom in. Remember, until you find the appropriate base where it starts the rally with no retraces there. So your quote unquote red line that was we teach you guys, or run link lines, this is it right here. So the entire semiconductor index is at the middle today. A little bit of overshoot and maybe it holds, right? So this could be the reversal point for technical traders out there.
I cannot.
This might be what you're looking for.
I've never. Ever
I don't think we have a liquidity map for this. Oh, we did. Okay, yeah, we do. Yeah, and so you have also sort of bullishness on this BRSU being above MHP. So you have MHP support.
I literally don't know how to get to
I don't know if we have SOX liquidity maps. I don't think we usually do. Yeah, we don't. But that's actually not, honestly, guys, that actually is not bad. This could be the exhaustion selling point on a tech point there. So we'll see. Dilling in the middle for sure. There's three micros doing the Lord's work here. About to do a little VWAP tap on the NASDAQ. Look at SpaceX. I heard SpaceX fell to like $100. Am I wrong? I heard through the grapevine that SpaceX was just getting clobbered. People grabbing it at 230. Yeah, it's down almost close to 100, right? 107. Ooh, that's nuts. Liquidity map on SpaceX, right? Look at that NASDAQ VWAP. Very nice. Hey, looks like that 50% retrace level on those of you that says how pinpointing the reversal point. Micron was down 10%, or actually more than 10%. Now it's only down 8%. AMD is now only down 8%. Now I say only down 8%. We're getting some movement, guys. We're getting some movement. Look at this. The micros that don't quit. Jesus. That's kind of funny though. This account's only down $1,500. One of my accounts from earlier was up $1,300. The first one, the one I made that trade there, just on these two. So of the two, one of them's up 13, one of them's down 15. That's it. Like I said, I don't freak out when shit hits the fan. I just get out of the way, find something different. You guys saw the same thing. We fell. I allowed a wide stop. It you know, I got out. It did this. I didn't do anything. I found another opportunity here. I got 3. I was gonna get 7 more for a total of 10 just to get some kind of bounce, but I didn't get it. What was the catalyst? There's really no event that's causing the catalyst other than you have major chip making stocks just exhausting their selling points. We have 10% moves in like massive Intel, AMD, Micron down 10%. And you know, while them being down and everything else being up is what you're seeing, the stock market itself is not bearish. The stock market itself is extremely bullish. DD ratio never fucking lies. That's the thing. It never lies. And why people are like, why are you always long? And Matt, and I'm telling you, this is why. I follow the greater market. I look at the rotation. Sure, tech is selling, but people are like, you know, why don't you short? And I go, well, I'd like to be long because the opportunity is long. Now, I'm not making a lot to the long side, but the smart thing is to trust the greater market. Money is not flowing out of the stock market. It's flowing out of chip companies. And they're the only thing that's red. Man, and everything else is okay. And so now the question becomes, what happens from here? Now, technically speaking, I just got a nice little 15-point run.
The other thing you can do is that you can be the person who,
with resilience being positive,
like obviously, if
I want to be a little showboaty, right? I can take the RB trade all the way through. I can technically hold this.
The shorts want to
up to that first interrupt to there because resilience is positive,
especially when we're down here.
And that's bullish.
You can see how much liquidity. Is being
the open has a high probable chance of supporting for a second leg up.
Here, you can see
so I want to, technically speaking, because I'm afraid this market's still trying to sell.
How heavily weighted
I could take profit here, but maybe I'll showboat this to try to go the second trade all the way
not
there.
Even the quantity of size, but the volume of orders.
Nasdaq is now playing at the VWAP.
So when you're looking at something like this,
you want me to showboat?
The shorts are looking
to
showboat
here. Should I hold for the RB's trade, guys?
What do you think? One of the easier setups.
Should I let it go up a little bit higher?
One of the setups that would
See,
make
when
a
I
lot
tell
of
you
sense,
when markets
talked about this.
Okay, let me ask you a question. I was kind of losing a little bit today.
Area right here,
rate me on a scale of 1 to 10, not on my handsomeness or my beauty, but rate me on a scale of 1 to 10 on how my composure was when I took a loss.
Like at 8:15 or so. And you're like,
did it feel like I freaked out and made 2 mistakes, 3 mistakes, 4 mistakes in a row?
85 the last
did
time
I stop and reevaluate and rethink and then continue? I didn't just jump into something else and hope. I was constantly searching for answers and looking.
70 points on 100 contracts is $140,000. You can work back from there.
Did I still, like, the point I try to tell people is losing is part of trading. And I don't let it get to my head. Even though I'm not winning bigger on this one, I could be.
Does anybody know? Why would you put?
You know, it's like when I take a loss, I immediately, it's out of my memory and I go, hey, what's the next trade? When I close out, okay, what am I gonna do next? Let's see what else. Let's find another opportunity, right? It wasn't like, okay, let me flip short. It was, okay, let me stand aside. Let me look. Oh, S&P has an opportunity. Okay, cool. Well, if the Nasdaq is selling 8 times faster than the S&P is, so maybe there's rotation. I go look. What did I do? I popped this bad boy up. I pop this bad boy up and I go, oh shit, everything is green with the exception of the chips again. And I still got looking at the chips, all these ones that are bright red. Oh my God, the bright red ones, they're 10%, 10%, 10%. I mean, huge. It's like, okay, everything else is pretty good. So I went to go look at everything else that looked good to see how they're doing. And not everything's really crashing and selling out, right? So not everything looks bad. And okay, so maybe there's just gonna be some rotation. And I went and looked and we have just chip sort of deflating a little bit at these retracement levels, and that's kind of where those were. And then I put those on all on a, I shifted this, I changed my little six chart thing to show, okay, here's the things that are moving down the most, being in close proximity to these other things. But what's Google doing today? Like, after Google sold on earnings, which was the first major earnings we saw a big tankage on, are people buying Google on this dip? And it looks like they have been for the last 4 sessions. We've been ignoring it because the index has been selling off, but you can see that this just sympathy sold, I think, with some other like auxiliary trading around it. But look, You see this, guys?
Esse cristão não existe.
Google has found lower highs and lower highs and lower highs. You can see
Então, mas minha
this is the dip
sensação
people are buying on.
quase uma religião.
While chips themselves are still
Tipo assim,
bleeding out,
fechado,
the rest of the market,
negócio
especially
deles,
some big tech
quatro,
companies, are still doing okay.
Tem as regras.
So I'm not like, you know, those of you that still want to short the chips, here's your opportunity. There's MHP and VWAP. Take your short if you want.
Então, isso que eu tô falando. Você acha que é errado?
But the thought being is to stay composed and analyze what's in front of you. Should I have chased this short on Nasdaq? Well, I didn't, right? I just took the loss of Galloway. Now, this is where I actually stopped.
Ué, mas na igreja também mulher não pode ser pastora. Tá errado.
But now it's like, okay, I'm gonna wait.
O que você quer?
DD ratio never gave up, which means the rest of the market's still pretty freaking bullish. I could throw up a bunch of liquidity maps right now, and I bet you a lot of them are bullish or in liquidity pockets, right? Nvidia, liquidity pocket, right? Apple, bullish. Meta, not bullish. AVGO, bullish pressure from hedging, but still in a bear market, but still bullish hedging. So like not everything is in a bad spot, right? There's a lot of Google's good. There's a lot of companies that are still doing okay. And I think the general fear of this whole chip thing is going to keep putting pressure on the overall index. Like this is selling off a little bit. Doesn't mean there's not opportunities there, right? So I'm showboating this to hold just in case we hit the open and keep going. If we lose, again, the way this is going to work, if we lose this lower low here, I'll just stop out on the other side. I won't hold for any more chop. I'd only have 3 micros just in case we picked up some steam and kept going. This is just a VWAP retest.
É literalmente uma festa.
We're
Quer dizer, eu não
seeing
sei
if
fora
that
disso,
greater
mas o cara que eu conheço ali,
retracement
que se
on the
encontra toda
big run
terça-feira,
up. This is the
você
greater
tá doido. Deixei
retracement.
em casa
Now
às 7 horas da
interacting
manhã, no
with
outro dia não
today's
consegue nem levantar de tanto cachaça
intraday
que tomou.
retracement. This is today's selling.
Dá tiro pro alto, os caras é 4, mas tem as regras, tipo assim, tem o juiz, o brabo lá é o juiz.
So now we're gonna see how the market fights
então,
here.
Tipo assim,
if we somehow gain some substantial movement here, then we might have reversed this for a week or two. But we'll see. What I don't like seeing is that on that little bump there, the you got people still stepping out of the big chips. Boo! All right, so anyways,
não fala sobre, né? É verdade.
Let's run it again. Let's run another giveaway. What song is this?
Mas aquele negócio que a Rafaela tá assistindo lá é tudo armado. Não é uma coisa que você tá assistindo um filme. É um filme de que as pessoas tudo sabem o que tem que falar. Não sei lá.
We got some Lucid accounts to give away. We'll not do anything fancy. We'll just type in the word Lucid. But hold on, no, I'm sorry. I lied. Don't type in Lucid. I misspelled the word Tradify. Sorry, Lucid. Tradify is not spelled L-U-C-I-D. It's spelled Tradify. My bad. Spelled it wrong. Oh yeah. Haven't heard that song in a while. I need to add that to the playlist. Well, we're out of the catalyst area on Nasdaq. I don't know. I don't feel like this is gonna keep going higher though. This VWAP rejection's pretty solid.
Está lá para adivinhar. Aí a hora que adivinha, todo mundo fica, uau! Como? Nossa! Tipo, a razão do negócio é esse. Aí a hora que acontece, ninguém acredita. Ué, mas... So... Eles não fez o show antes de gravar, de ser gravado. É possível que é tão comum ter gente que faz isso.
Yesterday, and I got this Instagram brought me some ads of this company that prints or reprints band t-shirts, concert tees. But they also reprint them sleeveless and like a stone-washed look.
A mão eu arrumo pra você agora, agora nesse momento. Põe no Google aqui e acho pra você.
Sleeveless concert tees, like Nine Inch Nails.
Só porque teu pé é mais bonito que tua mão.
Marilyn Manson.
Vai te dar feedback melhor.
Workout shirts at the gym. I'm gonna go all the way back to like 1993. Like sleeves ripped off, sort of thing. So all my favorite concert tees, like you remember some of them. Like one of the ones I got is the cover of Pretty Hate Machine, Nine Inch Nails. You guys know it's like the pink and blue sort of thing. One of them I got was like 1992 Cowboys from Hell Pantera. So I got, but it's like reprints, like the shirts I had when I was 12 and 13. So Trading today, the shit we're giving away today is Trading 50K Select. Select Daily. Trading is in the goated top 5. We all love Trading here. It's a great play. I went live with those guys like over a year ago. And great experience there. Trading has some of the best payout structure in the business. You can take a lot some fun if they push you to live. Kind of that same category of daily payouts. Trading is known to let you get very close to like 100K total before you go live. I think I went 80K before I went live. Similar to Lucid, I think I went like 70K before I went live.
Curiosa também, por curiosidade eu testei um tanto de coisa que não presta. Eu tô vendo.
The select allows you to pick which way you go, daily or flex. I always say the daily is the way I like to go. Flex is also
What's this?
Flex is that sort of or select, you know, it's like 5 days. 5 days to pay out rather than one. Red's everyday dog training. Hopefully red is your name and not your trading account. Red's everyday.
E por que essas coisas só acontecem com essas pessoas que acreditam? Quem não acredita não acontece nada. Como assim? Tem gente que fala que tá na casa, a porta bate, cai o negócio, não sei o que lá, isso aqui e tal. Como é que eu vivi 30 anos da minha vida e nunca tive uma experiência dessa?
Because we have an actionable sell model.
Como assim? Não, é porque você quer acreditar que isso, porque só o vento que bateu a porta.
The best feeling is being on your stream and having zero FOMO when you take a trade that I don't have conviction in. Exactly, bro. I love that. There you go.
Don't say it, man. We can't wish that into existence. Greens every day. Greens every day, man.
Vai perder tempo não, Edu. Vai no show de BTS, vai no show do BTS que você ganha mais. Cara, pior que você vai gostar, viu? Isso é o pior de tudo. É um espetáculo, não, mas não, aquilo lá foi, nossa, é muito basiquinho, mas o espetáculo, tipo assim, sei lá, eu fui bem pouco, quer dizer, na verdade foi o primeiro show que eu fui que não era brasileiro. Então, cara do céu, é literalmente um espetáculo, sabe? Não é você chega lá, a pessoa senta lá, toca um violão e canta. Isso que eu achei impressionante. Literalmente.
fora da Coreia. Fazem uma pra dentro.
All the way back down here. I got absolutely clapped there. Pushed right up to that. But right now, just probably going to be a lot of chop for the rest of the day.
All right, that's it. We only had 2. Yes, t-shirt link. Oh yeah, let me show. Wait, let me show that. Hold on.
Uh-huh.
Let me show you what I found. I bought a bunch, but I'll send it back if they don't fit. It's kind of a risk because I never saw it before. I was like, ooh, I want some new workout shirts. Check it out, check it out, check it out. Pretty dope, like look. I'm gonna look like Mac from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Look, you got all kind of like BC Boys, Stone Temple Pilots, ripped up shirt sleeves. You got Lemmy, Pantera, Wu-Tang Clan, Guns N' Roses, Motley Crue. There you go. Like 95 pages of options. Soundgarden. Maneater, Hall & Oates. Should I give me Maneater? It's called Dark Pick. D-A-R-K-P-I-C-K. They reprint all these old concert tees. Check this out. Look, I kind of want to get the Hall & Oates Maneater t-shirt. She's a Maneater. Slayer. Slayer, Alice Cooper. Suede, I guess that's Suede Head, Morrissey. No, that's Suede the band. Okay, never mind. Kiss, R.E.M. Look at this. They got everything. Iggy and the Stooges. Johnny Cash. It's pretty dope, right? She get the Madonna shirt. Oh, what I miss in chat here. By the way, guys, got a little hint for you on Friday. Speaking of Trading, we got a special guest coming Friday. His name rhymes with Rhett Kimba. Who is that? Who is that? Maybe bestowing his presence upon the best stream on YouTube. Gives a little information about all the cool stuff they're doing, new things coming out. Possibly a Simba. Just kidding, it's the CEO of Apex. No, I'm lying. Brett will be here on Friday, so don't not tune in. Anya, Deep Purple. Oh, that's actually pretty dope. A purple, Deep Purple shirt. Anyways, I'm watching the charts, guys, by looking at my actual... Oh, shit, we got green. Where is it coming from? All right. Well, pretty cool, right? Alice in Chains, Rooster, Alexis on Fire. I like Alexis on Fire. They're so good. Pretty dope, right? Like, reprinting and like hundreds of pages. I don't know if it's a good print. It's probably what they call it when they do the screen, silk screen. I hate if it's painted on there. I hate when they do like the paint where the shirt's all rough and anything, but if it's silk screen, it'll be good. The Smiths. Pretty nice, right? Like 95 pages. The white Shroot. There you go. Yeah, so anyways, I was like doom scrolling last night. I did a whole lot of shopping for workout shirts. Yeah. Not a bad shirt, right? 95 pages of wait, what's going on here? Let's see what's going on. We didn't get any kind of movement here on news, did we? on. My back hurts. Good songs, good songs, good songs. Oh yeah, thank you, Kyle, for sending those over.
Oh no. Like she talked it.
Almost there again. Fallen Soldiers. Oh, nice. Yeah, these are all the good ones. Sweet. That looked pretty nice. There was a little bit of buying there. I'm trying to see if there was any kind of news or something that came with that. I'm also getting some music. Let's see what we got. Some of the newer songs. Some of the Bradleys. No. Netanyahu and Trump meeting begins at the White House right now. Sepultura shirt. Oh, yeah, dude. I love Sepultura. The originals printing with the old school plastisol. Right? I bet you half of you guys just went on shopping spree. Like half you millennials in here, y'all are like, oh shit, yeah. Y'all be working out in like Faith No More t-shirts in your garage. Honey, who's Alice in Chains? Leave me alone, babe. I'm working out.
Só pegar o outro.
I'm telling you, dude.
Sei lá, não vai sair, não. Vai ter que tirar o negócio inteiro.
I'm telling you, I got like 10 of these things. You're in the t-shirt industry, Motherload? Yeah, if it's like that silk screen, it'll be nice. I want like a nice, like it's already beat up, it's already soft. I'm gonna work out in the already cut off the sleeves for me so I can look badass right out of the box. I got the whole Mac look. I can do karate in those things. My doom scrolling rewarded me pretty heavily last night. I wish the filters were better. That you can actually sort by like certain bands you want, but they have all kind of stuff, not just t-shirts. And I don't know if it's any good quality or not, but I'll see. They got all kind of stuff with this, and there's a lot. So I don't know if this is like a Temu sort of stuff, but there's like you got like wrestling shirts and t-shirts and like, you know, Wizard of Oz sweatshirt, a Jaw sweatshirt. Look at this. I ever go to an 80s party. Look what they got here. Good stuff. Look at this. Look how cool that looks. Miami shorts. Look at that. You got a little bit of everything. Doom scrolling doesn't always pay off with good quality. I have hit or miss when it comes to ordering stuff though, dude. Like I buy a lot of clothes from Insta. I bought this t-shirt from Insta actually. Like this company was advertising old school way of making t-shirts. They do I forgot what it's called, but they actually sew the t-shirt in a circle, a tube, rather than two halves that are sewn together with a seam. This is a t-shirt with no seam. And they said like hugs your body and fits better. I was like, all right, I'll take a risk. I'll buy that. So I buy a lot of the like doom scrolled stuff in my new wardrobe. Can't lie. This is a pretty good t-shirt too. I never see t-shirts that are like that though. I never look though. I don't know. But this is like a really high quality white t-shirt. I think I paid $60 for it, but it's pretty nice. Loom, yeah, Loom or whatever they call it. V-neck or bust. I know, bro. I got to get the V-necks back out. If you ever come to my house, you know the trademark V-neck shirt that I wear is from John Varvatos. It's called the Miles V-neck. And I have literally 10 of the black ones, 10 of the blue ones, 10 of the white ones, 10 of the brown ones. My whole closet is like Mark Zuckerberg's closet. He's got like 50 of that same gray shirt. I swear to God. So I have like a whole section of my closet, which is that same shirt. Literally that same shirt. Yeah, from 2015. Yeah, that's the timing. That's the timing. I don't do this as well as Brad does, but he has, you know, we do salute the fallen soldiers on the channel. I now have the song. I'd like to hear it. But it's because it goes good with everything. V-neck with the jacket, V-neck just chilling. But when I buy something, I buy like as much of it as I can just in case they get rid of it. Oh, this is yours? Okay. If I find a pair of shoes I like, I'll buy 2. I'm always afraid they're gonna stop making it. Like I got a pair of like Nike Prestos that are like blue and they're really cool. Just work out, hang out in them. I bought a second pair because you can't find them anymore. So you'll note, like at my house, you'll notice I have a lot of doubles of things. If I find something I like, I'm gonna buy 2 of it. How about if I find a girl I like, I'll get 2? I'll get 5. Shh, don't tell her. Don't tell her I said that. She went out to... She's like in New Orleans today. She's in Louisiana. Glad... Linka says, gosh, I'm so glad to hear it. You do the same. Wait, when you meet a girl you like, you get 2? Or when you find something you buy 2? It's funny, the delay in chat. I'm assuming it's that if you find something you like when you buy, you'll buy 2 of it. I was kidding. I don't have more than 1 girl. Does Nikki count? Nikki, are you here? I'm just kidding. Nikki's our family friend who's always with us. They think we're related. There's always 3 of us. Somebody once asked us, are you guys a throuple? And we're like, nah, Nikki's our sister. Totally not the latter. So Linka, when you buy something, you buy 2 of it, right? What's something you bought that you bought 2 of that you're embarrassed about, that you spent twice as much money on? Like a pair of shoes, a shirt. For me, it's shoes, because I'll mess up a pair of shoes. Like if I buy a pair of shoes I like, I'll have 2 options. I'll like, this one I'll wear to the club. This one I'll wear to go to dinner. Like, the shirts is because shirts get ruined over time. They fade, they scuff up, they stretch, they break, you know, they whatever. Somebody said you go 2 on strippers. I don't blame you. You're from Baton Rouge? Oh, nice. How were the Battlefield games yesterday? I played really... I'm so rusty. I screen shared, and I'm sure everybody thought I was really bad. I'm very rusty. All right, so see, I told you guys I was gonna David Blaine it. I was gonna pull out some magic. Now I'm at the interrupt. This is the smart place to maybe take a trade, or at least close out. Like 2 and hold the runner. Technically speaking, for the Arby's trade, the first interrupt. MHP has been reclaimed there. Again, patience paid off. It wasn't a big trade, but it was something. Liquidity pocket. Let's see what she said. What's the second thing? Well, you bought 2 of something the last time you bought 2 of something. Guys or girls, who buys 2 of something when you buy something? What was it? How much it could cost in Chartstone Trading View? It's free if you buy it from us. It's $159 a month, same. So if you buy it from us, you get free access everywhere else. You just buy it once and it'll work everywhere from here. I don't mean blah, 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 blah. Once it was a balance, having 2 homes, you buy 2 of everything, so don't have to pack. Hey, that's actually kind of smart. A dress in 2 different colors, Celine. There you go. That's kind of cool though, to have a dress in 2 different colors. I mean, if you like the dress, you like the dress, right? Hell yeah! What did I tell you? Arby's straight at the top. Let's take it. Can't lie. This is the reversal day? What do we think, guys? I'm telling you, even in bear markets, I take the longs. I take the longs. Market loving that 50% retrace, though. All right, I'm fully flattened out. Let me update the P&Ls. Hold on. guys. Update y'all, my bad. I always update when I'm fully flat. That's the trade. That's it. Another green day, but a small green day. Like I said, violence in the streets. We play it small. 5,000 in the challenge account, and is it 4,000 earlier? I mirrored the same trade with small micros position and made $1,000 on the way up. Fuck this day, man. What else did you guys buy two of? Buy two lenses, a pair of glasses. I always buy two of the same pairs of glasses, and that's what iDoc first noticed that about me. On the store. Not this pair, I only bought one pair, but the last pair I had, let's see if I have it. I bought two. Hold on. Two. So I buy one, I'm like, I get a second pair. Two glasses makes a lot of sense. That way, when one of them's getting repaired, because it's scratched up, you have a clean pair sitting in the desk. Boba, the question you had was, will it be free on TradingView? The levels. You have to buy this indicator from us, and it's a monthly subscription of $159. It'll work on TradingView only if you buy it from us. You have to pay monthly for it to work on TradingView, but it's not extra on TradingView. When you buy the liquidity maps from us, it'll work in Ninja, our platform, TradingView, all at once. If you can buy two pairs of glasses, you're rich and blessed. I consider glasses a work expense because if I can't see, I can't work. So I justify it that way by saying, you know, I gotta have it, so I need a backup. If I get a scratch right here in the middle of my plane of viewing and I can't trade, oh, I'm gonna freak out. I bought this at this candy store the other day, though. I don't know if y'all have had this before. Look at this. This is my breakfast chocolate. iDoc is not here, so I'm eating candy for breakfast. If any of you tell her, I will kill you. Okay, so look at this. Firecracker candy. I don't know what it is. It's got like Pop Rocks or something in it. It like crackles when you eat it. But it's got sea salt, chipotle, and popping crackle candy and dark chocolate. It is spicy and it crackles. Not bad. Pretty damn good. Well charged. Eventually, well charged will be one of the things we do, yeah. Will it be ready on TradingView or Ninja Trader? It's ready on Ninja Trader right now, Astaluce. Ninja Trader is done. Our platform is done. TradingView, we're uploading our applet to the Google store. It's a web extension that you'll put in your browser. And right now we're waiting for Google to review it and approve it on the store. That way, you're not downloading an executable from us. Nothing makes me feel uncomfortable than to buy something and some shady fucking internet dude is like, download it from my website. And it's like downloading XYZ zip file exe and then a little uncomfortable. So we're getting, you know, putting it on the app store so it's, you know, it's a more legitimate, you know, from a customer's point of view. Was iDoc watching when I busted? Shit. Don't tell him eating chocolate though. You buy two shoes at a time, Sour Balls reviews? Yeah. Arbus flying? Yeah. This is actually pretty nice. A little retrace here. So what I wanted to see this morning, maybe I should think about trading the challenge account again. So this, we all know, Arby's trade, I held through it, closed out. That's the perfect setup to do. Now with the market trading a high, should I think about continuing to trade this? Rally Cat active zone. Let's go ahead and review what the rest of the things are doing. All right, guys. I know it was a rough day. Do y'all want to show me your P&Ls today, or are we going to kind of like... what do we think? Don't tell her I'm eating chocolate either. You buy two tacos too? I mean, always two tacos. How rare is it that we see so many days with cat active in these 2 weeks? Well, it's rare in the fact that it doesn't happen that often in the long scheme of things. Over like a year basis, you're not going to have cat active days back to back like this. In a bull market, you might have one, maybe two in a row. In this environment where we're having 10% sell-off days in major tech companies back to back to back, that's just the nature of the beast. So looks like that 50% retrace on Micron was a big boom up. So hey Matt, the market's bearish. Why aren't you shorting this, right? As I tell you guys every day at the start of the day, I was sweating a little bit. Still another green day. I thought today was gonna be the first red day I'd have, and looks like the streak is continuing. I can chill for now, but we're at DD band with positive DD ratio, and I kind of want to ape into this. I don't know, chat. Should I ape into this shit or what? Should I just ape into it? I mean, like, on the DD band tap, I should have jumped into it the first time and not been a pussy. Oh my god. 84,000. Richard over here for, all right, show me your P&L, dude. That's a mighty fine P&L. That's a big unit there, sir. It's a tough day. Matt, why aren't you shorting? Market's going down. Same talk every day. Long opportunities every market. Again, I got out of the way when I got scared, but I got back in when things got better. Now here, chat, here's what we're looking for. VWAP lines up MHP, DD band, MHP. This is the next major interface for the day. Do we survive today off of this? Maybe so. I might ape into this on this first little retest here. Remember, bull zone break retest. I'm going to try it. Let me see. Let me double check what the stocks are doing. Has Micron broken out? No. So again, this is the next test. We had that retrace bump off. Does this automatically sell off for the rest of the day is the question. We're back at session highs for NASDAQ, or actually morning session highs. And S&P, same thing. Actually, S&P's broken out. Question becomes,
what?
Do I ape in at the pocket? Actually, not ape in, retracing. Aping in just means jumping in. You know, it comes from the AMC ape days where you just, you know, when they call ape into something, you're just buying it. Just get in, bro. Just ape into this. It's going higher. Just get in. That's when we said, when I say aping in, that just means jump in. Close your eyes, hold your nose, jump in. Remember, market's selling off. There's always an opportunity on both sides. The question becomes, at the pocket, are the conditions better? Let's analyze that. We got about 5 minutes before it gets there. We'll see. Okay, indicators, arbitrage is positive, check. Resilience is positive, both sides, check. We're out of catalyst zone, both sides, check. We hit upper Varus band, check. Pocket's a go. As a matter of fact, bull zone right now is a go. Where I closed out earlier, this is absolutely another go. Now, let me demonstrate this trade with 1 micro here and 2 micros here. I'll build the same thing with 3 spot.
Okay.
Hold on. My trade of 8s are breaking. I have to reset my Ninja Trader here. Always. Freaking always. Always, always, always. All right, I'm going to buy this retrace here. Should I try with another one of these blue sky accounts and one sitting at 0 here? I can maybe. All right, the trade I tried to make this morning, is it going to burn me again a second time? Let's go. Let's just try it. Why not? Like, what do I have to lose here? That's the real question, chat. What do I have to lose? Can we get a press all the way up to pocket? Can I get this move today? I can build inside of here just like I did earlier. It's the same trade in reverse. Same thing in reverse. Or not in reverse. Same thing on repeat, not reverse. Repeat. Same exact thing from earlier. Conditions are much different now than they were earlier. I do feel more confident, but I'm not super confident because I'm going to see the chips pick up another round of buyers. Give me, baby. Give it to me, baby. Come on. Should I be a little more brave with this? Should I just be brave with this and do 1 S&P mini with conditions being great? What do I have to lose, right? Fuck the micro. Let's do the mini. I'll hold this for an 800 point loss. It can handle it, and I'll cut it out. I'll just do ape into it on 1 contract, no doubling in. 1 is heavy, but I'm just gonna get 1, and I'll just stop if we lose this. As a matter of fact, I'll just hold 1 just in case. Like I said, if I lose twice, then I lose twice. It's no big deal. But I'll hold 1 through the whole. As a matter of fact, that's a stupid thing I should do. I should probably do 5 micros twice. Oops, I did 6. Let me close this out. Pop so I can close you out, please. Pop, 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 pop. I like to get into my first position at a good cost basis before I close this one out flat, just to lower my risk.
Coming.
Come on. Jump a little bit, broski. I can close you out. I decided that my first plane I don't like. I'm still afraid of this damn market. Come on. Run it up. When I get 16, it's a little tight. But come on, give me a little bit of movement there. Just a little bit. A little bit more. Come on, a little bit more. Thank you very much. Alright, close that out. Back to the micros. Let's go. Alrighty. Now I'm at 6. We good. We good, chat. Alright, now we'll see if we play. I'll do 6 here and I'll do 6 here and 6 at the bottom. Actually, I'm changing my mind. This is a normal liquidity pocket. Matt, don't be stupid. Do your normal spread. The reason I was thinking all or nothing was because the yellow line was scaring me. If we fell through there, I just would get out of the way and let it fall. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take the bet around yellow line. I'm gonna do there, and I'm gonna do the same thing again. Round 2. Go, market, go. Come on, give me some money. Money, 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 money. See what I say? I always, when the greater market's bullish, GD ratio bullish, MHP bullish, I always am still looking for bulls. I'll avoid the bearishness and wait and wait and wait. And then when things get good, I'll jump back in. I've always traded that way. It's done very well for me. I'm not shit. It's going down. Let me short the market. Guys. Reagan t-shirt ads now, bro. My bad. Once you buy one thing on Instagram one time, I'm telling you, one time, that's all you get. I got a puzzle one time on Instagram, and now I get all, and every other ad is like an escape room, a puzzle, a book, a this, or that. It's nuts. How many people saw this and just jumped in on that short today? Let's find some impact. Let's find some run link red lines on Nasdaq in case there's a bigger retrace up. Let's find it. Hold on, really quick. Just in case we run up to retrace this, let's go back in time. I was probably lazy and I didn't do it yet. Sorry about that, guys. I'm a lazy dickhead. My bad. I should have done that for y'all. Let me go back and do it. Let's find where the run linked red lines are, just in case we do have a big rally day today. Where are we gonna cut into this, right? Let's figure it out. Probably here. Yeah, that's the one. Okay. $269, that's the one. Okay. I see one S&P there. No, S&P's already done it. That's the thing. S&P's almost retraced most of that. Actually, the S&P one starts here. Let's see where that middle is. Yeah, S&P's already made it to the middle for sure. That was this morning. Okay, so NASDAQ, let me just double check. I love aping into longs. So NASDAQ is up here. 269. And also 270, if memory strikes me correctly, is right near that bear zone top on the monthly map. So if we have a blast up rally today, we go up to about 270. I said this morning, man, I hope today's the day that we flush and I can just buy and hold till the end of the day. That'd be kind of cool. Be kind of cool. Boy. So I never short? No, I short when it's a bear market. I have indicators telling me it's a bear market and bull market. Let me go through it really quick. In bear market, I'll short about 50% of the time. In a bull market, like now, I short maybe 1, 2 max out of 10. This ratio right here, ratio greater than half, stocks are bullish. It's 0.7. Tech's selling off, everything else isn't. Most of the market's bullish, check. That's bullish. Number 2, the S&P. Is it above its monthly hedge pressure, which is a gamma exposure level, which is here. If the S&P itself is in a gamma positive state, then the S&P's own structure with its own trading, apart from the stocks, is also bullish. Both of these things are bullish, even though we sold off into it. We're just profit taking in a bull market. It's not in a bear market yet. Monthly maps, the 3-month outlook is actually showing 3 months of possible bearishness though. So the intraday is still not that bearish. What I do is I still look for dips to buy when those conditions are bullish. Monthly map is another indicator. The 3 of them together tell me the overall picture of the stock market. Let's here. So the way this works is I'm looking for these light gray and dark gray boxes. If the current S&P is trading inside of these dark gray boxes, it's actually bullish for today. The S&P is only bearish at 75.08 and like by Friday after Fed. So if we don't clear through this before Fed, we're in another couple weeks of bearishness. See how all right here where my mouse is, it's this light gray is this bear market resistance kind of area. You don't want to be here or else the market will quickly turn bearish. Those other 2 indicators will turn bearish. So right now, as of today, the S&P is actually good for today. But we got 2 days to get here or else it's bad for the next couple weeks. Does that make sense? What's the difference between MFF Pro versus Rapid? Pro, you can take out a payout every 14 days. Rapid, you can take out a payout every day. Pro, you can take out up to 100K payout every 14 days, I believe, before the split. And Rapid, you can take out 10K per day. Yay! So anyways, I do short a lot, but I'm telling you, I only join the side of the market. The market's bullish. I don't care if it's selling, I'm still looking for bull setups. And every single day for the last 2 weeks, I've shorted maybe 1, maybe 2 of those days, and I haven't had a losing day yet. If I hit that sell off and the market drops, then I take a loss, then I sit on the side and whatever, right? Current update, I also longed in the challenge account right now just to get some steam on it. It's up to about 13,000 now. I added on that first dip on DD band. AMC, me buy AMC. ARB's coming down. Yeah, that's why I'm thinking like on this next pop, I might just take the profit. I don't know. Should I just stay into this shit or what? I don't know. I don't know, guys. Well, I don't know, chat. What do I do? ARB is still positive. Don't be scared, Matt. Don't be scared. Is there not a way to show live P&L live account? I'm not trading that live challenge on screen this time. It caused too many problems with you guys last time, and I have to ask y'all to click the like button every three minutes for the first 2 hours of stream. I don't have a lot of time to explain what I'm doing to a bunch of people that don't pay attention. Last time I did the small account challenge on screen, it was a nightmare. I spent half of my life explaining it away, like why I'm doing it. What are you doing? What? Nuts. It's nuts. It was just like every time I take a loss, people get angry. Angry at my trading when I wasn't angry. That's the crazy part. People get frustrated, fighting each other in chat. I feel like it's like when it comes to day trading YouTubers, I'm not gonna lie, I make more money than any 2 of them put together times 5. I do. I've watched some of these like big streamers post their bank accounts, $1 million in cash. It's fucking cute. One of my trading accounts has a couple $1 million in it. Like these guys are small money. And when I trade big money, YouTube and Twitter freak out. People out there freak out. Like, seriously, when I take a loss, someone makes a video out of it. Like, it's like everybody's trading with $5, and here I am trading, making $100 bets, you know? And it's like headline news in such a broke industry. It's crazy. Somebody like tagging me, hey Matt, they made this video of you. What? Oh, your 90K drawdown. And I'm like, so? 90K. What's that mean? They're like, God, look at this guy. Look how much drawdown he took. And it's like, why? No, I don't care. You guys care. That's the thing. I don't care. You guys care. Because when I'd be in drawdown, I would people in chat be fighting with each other. So I'm like, oh, because I traded big, this person traded big. That's what's happening. I've taken a loss. People were like, fuck this, I'm out of here. Someone said that in chat one time. I was like, wait, what? What? Like, why are you out of here? Why are you angry that I took a loss? Tell me you're copying what I'm doing without telling me you're copying what I'm doing. I'm cool as a cucumber. But it just, what I'm saying, it just becomes such a nuisance that the educational factors are lost on the stream. Because people are like, why are you trading this big? Why are you adding this much? Why are you doing? And it's like, I realize the most peaceful existence comes to doing what I'm doing here now. Yeah. Like people fighting in chat. Like, this fucking sucks. I hate this thing. I hate you guys. Like, terrible. And I'm just like, what happened? I just took a loss. When I'm trading micros, you guys are nicer to each other. Tell me the odds, the stats of how many people are just here watching what I do and they're doing exactly the same thing. Matt pushed 10, I pushed 10. I blew up all my prop accounts. It's always like, I blew up all my prop accounts. How come you're still green, Matt? Like, this is fucked up, man. And I'm just like, what? What? And I'd have to just be straight up. Like, I'll be honest with you, bro. I don't care about you at all. I don't give a shit what you do or how much money you make. You blow up your accounts. I don't fucking care. I'm not watching you. I'm not holding your hand. I'm not responsible for you. Why are you even telling me? You're a stranger. No offense. Shut up. I don't actually care. Y'all are watching me, learning from me. That's fine. I don't care. And I'm not saying, like, people would actually argue about that. Like, how come you're green and I'm red? And I'm like, because you're a fucking horrible trader? I don't know. So the point was, and then so because of that, our team came with the idea of we should just still trade props on stream, where it's kinder and nicer. People, y'all get agitated. Not you guys. Y'all are the good ones. But there are times people get really mad and really mean and fight with each other. And I'm like, when I'm trading big, emotions run high for everybody. That's the problem. So everyone else is feeling the stress, you know, and I'm like, okay. So I'm like, this challenge, I'm going to do it just off screen, do it on the side. Yeah. And I'm like, why are you green and I'm red? And I'm like, because you're a bad trader. I don't know. Like, what do you want the honest answer? Because I have, you know, enough money to hold through that loss. Maybe you didn't. I don't know, but I don't care. And nobody here cares. Huh? No, good luck. Try, you know what I'm saying? No. I was trying to be mean about it, to be honest. I mean, I definitely care about you guys learning the game. But when somebody's like, yo, bro, I lost all my money. Could I get a free account? And I immediately blocked them in Discord and removed them from the community, refund their money, and kicked them out of Rocket Scooter for their own good. Like, that kind of stuff, I'm like, man, you're a fucking gambling degen. I'm doing you a favor by getting you out of this, man. Like, I'm not gonna, you know, I do that with people. I'm like, you know, I run a bar and you walking in drunk, I'm gonna like stop. I won't sell it to you anymore. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm not gonna be, I don't want your wife calling me being like, why'd you make my husband blow up their money? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, we're gonna, So anyways, challenge off screen. So don't post green already. You know what I'm saying? Like, tell me what I do and don't do. It's like, it's weird, right? Like, focus on what you guys want to do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why you care? Why do you care what I do? That's really the question. All right. Because you said that, I'm putting you in timeout for half an hour. You can come back, but half an hour. Like, focus on yourself. That's for your own good. Like, I timed that guy out for half an hour. Like, why? Like, but I'm making the same trades off screen in a different account. I'm mirroring the same trade that I'm doing here. It doesn't mean I'm doing anything different. I'm long here, I'm long there. But I'm saying, even in the middle of that conversation, You got one person being like, do this, don't do that. Like, it kind of takes away from the beautiful education that it could be. Everyone has a different opinion on what I should be doing. Why you long in this? Why you short in that? I'm like, you know, it makes it a lot harder just to do my job. Just to have fun doing my job. So, you'll come out of timeout in 30 minutes, brother. I just got another 100 points on that. I'm up about 19,000 in the challenge account. 300 in this prop account. I will take it to half gap at least. ARB is now negative. I should probably start taking profit and trimming this out a little bit. It's also easier to focus on making the money I need to make without having to have people saying, well, why'd you do this? Why'd you do that? It was kind of a nightmare in the last challenge. I did take $805,000 out of it. But still, like the experience was kind of a nightmare. You remember the random challenge I did? You guys remember how much of a nightmare that was? Even chat can handle that. Let me let ChatGPT choose something random for me. Let me show you on the screen. ChatGPT picks a random time. I'm going to long at this random time. I can't do anything else but long. And then I either take the full profit, take the full loss. And it was crazy having to explain that every day. Like, why are you doing this, man? I'm like, I'm trying to teach people a lesson. Doesn't matter whether you long or... Doesn't matter what your trading strategy is. Just control your position size to make money. And that was the best thing I ever did, I thought. But I'm like an experimental artist here. All right, I'm going to take profit on this because ARB is now negative. I'm going to cut out. ARB is now negative. I know I'm in an IP. I probably should trade Arby's trade number 2. But let's just chill for a minute. I kind of just want to chill for a minute. Let me fully lock in. Close out. I've now closed out everything fully. I've got nothing else on the table. Now I got the challenge account, 19K profits today. Bingo. I'm okay with that. Like, I'm really okay with that. All right, so another giveaway. But, you know, the challenge account, the one, the boot camp, was awesome. What I did was I proved exactly what I teach. What I proved was there's nothing more important than position sizing. So what I did was ChatGPT would pick a random time. Pick a random time in the first hour of the day. Then at that moment in time, I had to long the market. I couldn't choose anything. I just had the long. I could choose... Well, I could choose how big I can trade and where I stopped, and that's it. I had to take at least a 40-point stop in NASDAQ, and I had to make at least a 40-point run in NASDAQ as well before I closed. I couldn't close out before or after. So if the market was like here, and it said I had the long, we gave myself a 15-minute window to choose a place to long at. The minute I got in, I drew a box, 40 points under, 40 points over. And I couldn't do anything with the trade until it crossed one of those barriers. If it stopped out, I can choose to stop. If it hit there, I can choose to get there. So if it went there and moved back in, I could close out. I had to move at least that distance before I did anything. And after almost 2 or 3 weeks of trading that, to prove that even with proper position sizing, all I do is not lose money, even randomly long. And when I made the trade, I got out of the trade, there was a 30-minute window that you waited 30 minutes, and then we ran the dice again. ChatGPT would pick another time, make the trade, 30 minutes later, pick another time. And I'd make fun, sometimes 5-10 trades a day. And to prove that no matter what, and it was in that choppy market last November, and to prove that I will make money even randomly long the market, or at least not lose money. And that was the greatest thing I ever did on the stream. But according to the perception of many of the traders here, it was a horrible, confusing waste of time. But this was the P&L from that challenge. And I was like, fine, you guys want me to see me trade big? Fine, I'll trade big. So then I just trade big. So this was the random challenge. It went from November the 1st till November the 24th. This is exactly what I did. It went nowhere. And the market was choppy and selling off. Had it been a bull market or something, it would have been a little easier. But even when the market's crazy and going down, I didn't lose anything. I lost like, what, $3,000 after fees. So, like, Rips. Oh my God, Rips is in here. He fucking knows more than oh my God, Rips. But all right, tell them exactly what I'm saying. He knows more than anything. Exactly. What's up? We got Rips in chat here. He knows exactly. He traded a bigger amount than I did. Rips the only guy out there pushing $1 million account on stream too. You know, his Twitter was a nightmare. Bro, listening to people, he like his famous post was like Twitter never fails to deliver. Always somebody got something to say about what you're doing, and the bigger you do it, the more they talk, and the angrier they get. They get mad at you the bigger that you win. It's nuts. Nobody knows better than that guy. I watched he made like $3 million or something. And it wasn't like Twitter throws him on the shoulders and marches him off the field like Rudy. People are angry. And they're very angry. And they're very angry to do something weird. Like, so anyways, this was a weird challenge just to prove that position sizing can survive the market. And as great as it was, because the bootcamp talks about me doing this, can I just be thrown into a trade and can I just manage my way out of it, right? To show position management, risk management skills and stuff. And every day on chat, it was like, why are you doing this? Wait, why are you just longing? Why? And it was hard. And so there's people coming and going. It's really hard to explain what you're doing, but man, the bigger your trades, the bigger the accounts, no matter what you do, people complain, flame you. It's crazy. It's really crazy. Yeah. Always. It's like, you think like, man, I made $1 million this month, that everyone would be like, oh my God, you're so good. Where do I learn? But you get people like, yeah, but you just got lucky. Or you get people like, yeah, but all you do was long. Like, and it's people projecting. What it is people projecting their negative when you win big. Think about it like this. When you win big, somebody lost big, right? When you're just inching along, everyone else is inching along. But when you're winning big, there's going to be one out of X number of people that lost just as big, and they're that angry at you. And it's a projection of that anger. People are mad because you did something big, and they did it, and that's the anger. That's where it's coming from. But trust me when I say the challenge this time around is a little more comfortable. That I'm not stopping every 5 minutes to answer questions and hate about it. Believe me when I say you wish you thought people would be inspired, like people would be. Rips just said the same thing I just said. He thought people would be inspired and be happy. See, we get it. See, we both in the same boat. You think they'd be happy, inspired, and he says, no matter what, the bad negativity outweighed the good. People hate to see you happy and helpful. People want to see you miserable. Dude, it's so yeah, it's so true. Anyways, the point is that when I'm explaining, like, I'm teaching you guys about position management. This is a great way to explain this. ChatGPT picks a random time and I aped into a trade. What do I do? Well, I can control the size. I can, if I'm confident, big size. I'm not confident, small size. If I take my stop, get out. Can I survive the market? And after almost a month, I did, right? And but every day it's like, why don't you just trade big? Or why are you doing this? This is dumb. And I'm like, people just don't even get it. How helpful it is to show you that no matter if you trade ICT or Orb or whatever you do, nothing's more important. I would say the most important decision you ever make is this. Rip's a poker player. What's the biggest decision you make? I hope I get a royal flush. Please give me a royal flush. No, it's this. It's how much you put on the table and how much you pull off. And when you get it's the amount of size you're betting. This is literally the most important decision that you make in trading. And like the proof was to just say that no matter what you do, if you do this well, it doesn't matter what trading strategy you use. Everything works at that point.
All in, all in. Cê tá doido.
Have a good Tuesday, my brother. Thanks for stopping by, man. See, I'm telling you.
Doideira.
He's traumatized from it. He's like, he hears me talk about the big account challenge. He's like, or the small account challenge thing. He's like, oh, I remember those days. Every day, he'd retweet somebody saying something stupid. He had a 50K day and someone's got something bad to say about it. He's like, I made 200K today, and then people flaming him. Like, what? Like, it is, from the streamer's perspective, it is kind of annoying, mildly traumatizing, because you think you're doing such, the funny thing is the risk that you take on stream, it's, imagine you guys trading, right? And the feelings and the hardship, how hard it is when you're trading, the feelings you have. Imagine you doing it with thousands of people watching you, and thousands of people commenting on it, people making videos, trolling you, chatting, whatever. Imagine that pressure, and imagine you pushing through that and conquering that under the heat of the pressure, and you doing very well under that. It's a lot to manage up here, and you guys don't know that.
You guys don't know that.
Yeah, I remember, like I said, I took a 90K drawdown one day, and there was like 2 videos made about it. I don't care. but you guys are like talking about it. So it's so distracting. And it's just because, and the reason because, we'll say the same thing, Rip Steel's the same thing, it's because not a lot of people, he's probably the only other person that I know on YouTube that I know that plays big. And most people out there don't play big. They can't afford to play big. They don't really do well at trading, or they don't make big bets when they trade. They trade, they just scam their way through prop accounts and show you some winners and you think they're doing good, but they don't trade big. So like them already are small and their audience is even smaller, and everyone out there is like just pretending and they don't know what it's like, real traders. Rips and I are small compared to major Wall Street, even so, right? But compared to the fishbowl of Twitter, it's like 10 times bigger than any, like I said earlier, you know, 2 people added up. So people tend to distract you guys from the you know, content that it is. Anyways, 20K day today, so I'm pretty happy. Despite what could have been.
Could have been, could have, should have, would have.
Still looks like it's trying to trade up. I think reversing all of those middle retracement levels on the longer term trend on some of the bigger tech stocks. I think today is an explosive sort of response to that. I'm not sure if this creates like a 2 or 3 day rally up, but a lot of this too is just pre-FOMC short covering, right? We know that we're going to get bad news either this sesh or next sesh. There's a guaranteed rate hike coming through the pipeline. If not tomorrow, in September. It's more than 50% odds are there, so we know it's coming. I think we've priced a little bit of that in already, and the shorts are taking their profit on the way up into that Wednesday. So that's probably what's going on. Somebody says that's why me and Rips are the only 2 real traders on social media. I say me and Rips and Dakota too. Dakota does the same thing. He bets pretty big, even though his stuff is like, you know, top step and whatever. He also big-ish. He's not trading as big, but big-ish. The 3 of us talk all the time. We get the same. We have the same complaints from our point of view. We're like the soccer players after the game. Messi, Ronaldo, they're all in the same locker room. Like, man, it's so tough being us out there. The fans are so crazy and weird. Everyone has the same conversation. And so what I found that's the most educational experience and we found the most useful for engagement is sticking to trading moderate risk with props on stream, because you can't assume that a handful of people don't see you betting big and then inspires the little feelies inside of them, are like, oh, he went all in, or like, for instance, you're on your last dime, right? And you see me betting what you think is big, like you never watched me before, and maybe my big is like 25 NASDAQ contracts, and my normal is 5 to 10, right? And I'm doing 10, and that's my normal, or my medium, like smaller than my normal. And you join for the first time, you're in your last hope, and you're like desperate. Oh, I gotta do something. My wife's kicking me out. I lost my job. I went all on this trading thing. I bought all these courses. I got one more trade to make. This guy's doing 10. I mortgaged the house, but okay, I'll do 10 too. And you're like, wait, but that was my small. And so you wouldn't even know that, like, that would be my moderate position. Like, I'm mildly confident, not super confident. And then and they get angry, right? And then talk mess to you and like talk mess and chat. Anyways, so Messi, Ronaldo, and Neymar. There you go. Jadon trades. I don't know. I haven't seen his stream in a while, so I don't know what he's trading. Jadon's also a bro, but he trades right now at the same time. So to be perfectly honest, I never get to see his stream. So I don't know what he's doing now. But Jadon's good peeps. Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a bro. He's a friend of Rockseer too, so he's definitely he's always been supportive of us and what we built. He uses it, by the way. Trump stopped the war to drop oil prices, give a worse reason to hold rates. There you go. Probably so, right? How do you manage your emotions when you're trading drawdown like 20K? Right, so it's very simple, because 20K is not a lot to me. It's the question you should say is not, don't pick a random number, right? How do I hold my emotions when you're in a trade and down beyond your threshold of comfort? Call it threshold of comfort. That's what I call it. Threshold of comfort is that level at which you start to feel something bad when you're in that loss. What's 20,000 to you is a different feeling to somebody else. So your threshold of comfort is different for most people, right? So me and this trading account, I'm down up and down 20K every day. This is the threshold of comfort because this account has over 200K in it. So that's about 10%, and that's not that bad. Now, if I was down 50K in a 200K account, I'd probably be feeling something, right? So the idea is that you just trade small enough to not exceed that threshold of comfort. Whatever you're doing, that you can take the loss and be like, that's whatever. Like this morning, I was up 5, then I was down 5, now I'm up 18, right? It's like, okay. That never exceeded that comfort level. So you never saw me visibly shaken up. That's why I asked you earlier, like, rank me on a scale of 1 to 10 how I looked in that loss. Did I look shaken up? Did I look confused? Did I look... Like, oh, I gotta do something. Did I panic? Like, I just kept my cool, right? And part of trading is trading within that threshold where you're cool. And you get used to it. Now, it takes years to get used to losing and gaining 20K a day. It takes a whole lot of years to get the feeling of not being hurt by it. Because even to me, 20K is still a lot of money. It buys a whole lot of stuff. It's a small portion of my net worth, but I still don't discount that. I don't think 20K is disposable at all. That's still a lot of money. That's a car, right? So
that's a car.
And I still treat it seriously, but I don't have the emotions to it because I've gotten used to trading that. It's kind of like when you're swimming as a kid. You go into the kiddie, you're scared of the water, so you get into the kiddie pool, and then you're okay, but you don't go into the main pool, right? Then you get older, you have some lessons, you get to practice, you get to the main pool, but you hold on to the side, right? You have kids in swimming lessons, right? And then you're like, okay, you let go for a minute, but you grab on. It's only 3 feet deep. You can stand, but you're still nervous. You're not going to the deep end at that point. And then as you get better at swimming, then maybe you swim out from the edge a little bit, come back, and swim out further and come back. But then if you get back in the kiddie pool, you don't got your floaties on anymore. You feel confident about it. You're like staging yourself into being okay with more and more risk. And eventually you're swimming in the deep end and it doesn't bother you. Right now, if I lost all 200 and whatever $1,000 in this account tomorrow, I would just put 100,000 back in and start over. It's still not enough to phase how I feel about trading because the amount in that account is a small fraction of what I have liquid to play with. So as I'm moving forward in trading, I just become more comfortable. My threshold of loss is much bigger. If I'm taking a 6-figure loss in a day, I'm going to be feeling it. No matter how rich or wealthy you will ever be, watching that 5-figure number turn to a 6-figure number always hurts. It always hurts. Even how comfortable I can be losing, I can say, man, you know, I can put another 100K in tomorrow. It definitely always still hurts. That's always still hurts. Threshold of comfort is probably around. I feel terrorized. If I lose 100K, I feel terrorized. I'm in a bad mood for a while, right? So I try not to make it that big. If I'm at 50K, I feel something. I feel a little hesitant, nervous. I might just, okay, I'm starting to sweat. I'm done. But it's just because, you know, I mean, even that. But 20K is very much comfortable. Up or down. For the size of the account, it's like less than 10% of the account total. So it's very manageable. Yeah, people with money still like money. So it's you know, 100K it's a couple down payments for houses and stuff. You know, you think about it, you're like, yeah, you know, like you get a couple, I could buy some more properties with that. You know, I don't think about, it's relative, but the idea is you have a threshold where you're comfortable with. Don't exceed it for long periods of time and don't take abnormal amounts of risk beyond it for longer periods of time. Because you want to learn how to trade. You'll make better decisions. You won't get flustered. You won't do crazy flip-flopping your position, desperate longs, desperate shorts to get out of a hole. The hole is so small.
Flip flops.
You didn't really fall in that much. You're so patient with the next trade. Like today, I took a loss and I didn't do anything again. I took the loss right here when I pulled the plug right at about 800. Remember that? At 8:36 in the morning. And I got back in at 10:08, an hour and 40 minutes later. I did nothing. I didn't see this and say, okay, let me jump in. Oh, maybe I'll make it back. You know, I waited. I even skipped this and I saw that and then I jumped in here.
God did.
And so the part that you're looking to do is once you take that loss, you're able to feel comfortable enough. I'll just put the words okay here that you can like, okay, what's next? And on screen, you go back and watch the stream. I go, okay, let's see. Okay, guys, that's a loss, but let's see what's next. Actually, I wonder if I can rewind the stream and we can go see it. Can I do stream DVR here?
Yes, you can.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's go back and look at it.
Yes, you can.
Let's find this out. And you're able to do that and be patient. I'm not even rushing it. Even when it went way above here and I said, ooh, maybe I can ape into it. I'm like, you know what? Let me go ahead and wait.
And
then I did.
SeuPaaai.
In those micros, on that dip, I added on NASDAQ in the challenge account.
It was good. You had to fix that.
And I took the bet that it's for on the catalyst active. Now let me show you what
Welcome.
I did during the loss.
When I was running my cleaning business by my
Welcome.
Let's let you see how I handled
to the gang.
myself at that moment.
To the gang.
You guys can learn. All right. Here's this handsome bro right here. Losing. All right. Let's watch this handsome bro here losing. Okay. Let's watch me take a loss real quick. Ooh, look at this kind of handsome looking guy right there. Hello. Ooh, I like that white t-shirt that you got there. Here I am looking. I'm trying to analyze what's going on. I'm probably talking through it. Let's see what I'm talking about. Let's turn on the sound there. What's this sexy boy doing?
Oh, this sexy boy.
That's the attempt.
Oh, this sexy boy.
Let's
Stop
find
biting.
I'll keep this down close to about 2,000 bucks, 2,500, and I did. It's about where I'll pull the
Keep
plug.
he go.
That guy's a sexy looking man. Hey,
talk to me how to fix that.
Again, we have just a big crash day on Nasdaq. What's up, buddy? Keep the loss small, except I'm aligned.
What's up, buddy? Oh, doidão.
Shoot, and then this is probably going to be a loss. Can I get your number?
Okay, dumb.
So we'll start pulling the plug at 800, like I said this morning. That's where I'll stop. Around the edge here.
Eu não. SeuPaaai.
Okay. Start trimming. Not gonna work. Not today. I've accepted my loss. I'm cool with it. I was about 2,000 on this one. I said I was gonna lose 2,000 before I pulled the plug. Nope. I lost exactly what I expected to lose. This is very important to trading. This is a very important lesson. I lost exactly what I expected to lose. So I wasn't surprised. One of the things that happens to people is you lose more than you expected. You get sticker shock. Remember when I said earlier, I said I'm going to lose about 2,000? I already was comfortable with the amount before I took the loss. This is one of the most important things you'll learn from me today, is you should always know how much you're going to lose when you're wrong in the trade. And never have that number be bigger than you thought. If that number is bigger than you thought, it's going to shock you and your emotions go out of whack. If you land exactly on what you knew, I'm going to take this trade, I'll lose about 2,000 if I'm wrong. Okay, that's even before I get in. And then I'm accepting that, and when I pull the plug, I'm actually slightly happy. Because I said about 2,000, and look at this, I only lost 1,800 bucks. So you can feel better with the loss even if you come in under par. It's a very good emotional trick to know that what you want to get into, accept your fate before it happens, right? Not today. Okay, watch this. Today ain't the day. Yeah. Let's see if a cat is active here. So today's not the. So what did I did? Took my hands off the mouse. Nope, today's not the day. Well, let's see if there's another opportunity, right? The day for that one. All right, let's see what else we got here.
Miguel.
Look at that. Hands off the mouse. Well, today's not today. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Let's look for something different. Let's start planning my next attempt. On to the next one immediately. That's the lesson. I tried to pull it up. Okay, it's not what do I do now. It's, as Caesar said, on to the next one. Right. Pulling back a second time. So the point I'm saying is that I immediately knew how much I was going to lose. I came in under par. I wasn't visibly shaken, and now I patiently on to the next one. Other than that, it's just another avoid day, which is good. Keep it small. Keep it tight. Take the stab. This one time it didn't work. And just wait. Let's see. Just wait. And just wait. And just wait. This is a masterclass in day trading, guys. I'm actually proud of myself. We have a 260. What is it? I'm not rushing into a position.
Just wait.
I'm not even looking at the charts. I'm not even caring. Now I'm gonna start seeing like what else do we got? Let's let the market freak out a little bit. Now watch when it started moving if I did something stupid. It's cat line, die, and then now here I'm analyzing the market. The weird thing happened. It's selling. Look, I'm not like, okay, should I short this? Should I jump in on this? Should I chase the low? When I'm looking up here, I'm looking at the stock chart. When I'm up and to the right, this is my stocks. So I keep looking at the stocks. That's what I'm glancing at right now. See me? What's Nvidia doing? What's Micron doing? Trying to get ideas, trying to get inspired. Yeah. Just stay away. Now avoid the market. Just stay away. Avoid the market. Cat active, sit out, no rush. I keep looking at the stocks, it looks like. I'm looking at the stocks. I'm eyeballing the top right of the screen. It's like the first red day. I think things done. I have an ace of... Look. I don't even look visibly shaken. I don't look confused. I don't look hurt. I'm in no rush.
I am hurt.
I came in under par. No extra trades. Not at all given up. But I like ideally though, in this,
You look
and then here,
hurt.
right, support this liquidity pocket here. Let's start now. My next trade. Let's see what my next trade was. He might say okay. Okay. I'm missing out on it though.
You look hurt.
I'm okay with missing out on something if I don't get it. I don't get it.
Biggie.
Charts though, side by side. What did they do? Oh, they just upgraded one of my Blue Sky accounts. Oh, cool. This is the effect. I passed. Oh, that's what that note was. I passed the S&P is just sitting at lows, right? I passed the buffer, so they upgraded it to large amount. 1.6%. Oh, I passed. One of these passed the buffer amount for the middle funded, so they upgraded it to. This is the first time in my trading. I think that's what that was. Career, I've seen this much deviation in just one sector getting hammered. So, you know, the quote-unquote chip bubble that people have been talking about or whatever. No, that's not the buffer phase. I passed the first phase. So, this one, 1185. This one just got upgraded to the next phase. So that's now that's back at 0. So that one got upgraded to buffer phase. That's what that note was on the Blue Skies. So now they automatically push that up to buffer. Cool. But we'll see what happens. That was the eval. Very cool. Yeah, we can get above MHP, kind of nice. It's nice you don't have to request that. Okay, so anyways, I didn't get in the trade yet. No, it's not the payout phase. It actually got moved to phase. It actually got moved to phase 2. So it's phase 2 of eval. It was a fresh eval. I started it like a week ago. So I could trade the evals when markets got crazy. Blue Sky account. So look at this. Here's another important thing, right? Market's bouncing right here. I missed out on the trade, and again, I'm in no hurry to get back in. I missed out, and again, I'm not uncomfortably chasing into it. To 830, 840 is the middle. Okay, it hit VWAP. It bounced off a bit. Could I? I'm like, maybe. ARB is negative though. MHP res is positive. I'm patient. Even the market pops, I'm patient. It falls at patient. I'm analyzing where I'm getting out, what I want to do. Looking at the stocks one more time. One stab at it with some micros. So on the MHP, reclaim and test with positive ARB, positive MHP res. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, this one more stab at it. watching me. Here. I'll put 7 more here and trade the pocket. So again, I'm gonna repeat kind of like the same from earlier. 3, 7. I'll have a full mini here. Here we go. For the pocket. Look, this is good. This is good. This is good.
This is good. This is good. This is good.
Alright. I'm ready for another loss, guys. Okay. Losing's part of the game. Wait. And then here, I justified my plan. I built another trade plan. I'm not shaken up by the previous loss. I know exactly how much I'm going to lose again. I have the plan already drawn on the screen. I'll have 3 here, 7 more. I'll stop there. So I know that if I lose 3 on 30 points, that's about $1,000. Wait, that's sorry, about $500 on 3. You know, about that $5 kind of trade. All right, cool. So let's do me, watching me, watching me, watching me, watching you, sweet Caroline. I'm just kidding. No. All right, let's get rid of Mattception here. Too much Matt. One go. Yeah, it's too much. All right. Too much. Okay. I'm chilling on the side. So yeah, so that's good. So that eval got upgraded to the one that was 1,000 or whatever got updated. That's cool that I don't have to go double check. I was hoping that it would have so with Blue Sky, just so you know, I didn't have to go request it. They automatically did it. And it looks like when I closed that trade out, probably maybe 30 minutes went by and then it got upgraded automatically. So that's a pretty quick turnaround, which is kind of nice. So that one, this new one right here is just phase 2. So I have 3 funded accounts, and just because all of them are funded, it can only do 3 fundeds. I still am like building an extra eval on the side just to have, just in case one of them busts. The Matt multiverse, yeah, right. That's a good So anyway, so you guys, what y'all saw, right? So how I took a loss, I didn't lose my cool, I wasn't in any hurry, and I was like, okay, let's on to the next one, right? I knew how much I was gonna lose, so I didn't have any sense of sticker shock or whatever that made me feel kind of hesitant or overwhelmed. And then I got out of the trade and I said, what's next? I didn't try to force anything. I waited for things to get better. I originally chose long because the bull market signals were there, but it didn't work. And so Catalyst was active, we sit out. Catalyst was inactive. I didn't jump in too quick. On the little tap here is when I got in on that thing I talked about earlier. Where I got in was where, maybe here somewhere, like on the MHP. I got like 3 micros here, and I thought about adding down in here. Never got here to add, then I just waited. Market took off. I told you guys I'm gonna ape into it, or hold on, or not ape into it, hold on to it, for the Arby's trade, and then I closed out. Right, that was beautifully executed. I'm very proud of how I composed, and I didn't also see the market selling off and say, man, I'm missing out, let me chase the short, let me flop my position, right? I happened to turn a start of it's kind of like being down at the half and then coming back in the second half of the game and scoring a couple goals to win. You know, it's like, never lose your cool, never trade so big that you're flustered, and never be scared to get back in. If I'm up 5,000, then I'm down 5,000, and I'm like, what do I do? And then now I'm up 20,000, right? So, or 19. So, you know, I didn't chase this. I wasn't like, oh my God, I took a loss, I'm desperate. It was like, okay, this is a good opportunity. S&P VWAP, Nasdaq a cat active line, ARB is positive, resiliences are positive. Let's go. Right here, everything went positive. At this moment in time, I'm like, yep, let's go for it. So I'm also waiting for things to get better. And like, as of this moment in time, right, resilience got better right here. And as we teach you in classes, is that this is important right here. This is important right here. When these things go positive, the market's very comfortable. It has a higher chance of getting back up to the gap. So cool. We might get a big green day to finish off the day today. This look really solid for V reversal. Do I want to keep poking at this? I kind of like the way this candle looks. Why not? God dog it. I thought it was still doing this. I got it. What a terrible entry I just got in on. Okay, this is stupid. That is so dumb. I had it covered. I thought I'm getting it at like 71. What the heck? Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Like, I'm looking. Well, apes unite. Let's go. I thought I was getting it here at the base. Got in 6 points too late. That's kind of dumb. How do I determine if you're fighting the trend? Invalidation points. We teach in the boot camp. So if I'm fighting the trend, I invalidate MHP by a certain distance. We teach you how to know that invalidation point. Currently, right now, the market on the longer term is trending up, on the medium term is trending down, and in the short term is trending, well, up now. But it's Somebody says, please, enough small talk. Let's draw lots for the accounts. Yeah, absolutely, dude. 100%. I agree. Yeah, let's do some giveaways for everybody else. Let's do it. Thanks for reminding me. All right, giveaways for everybody else but that guy. Let's go. All right. My Fun and Futures, type it in. Everybody but that guy can enter the giveaways. That guy can never enter a giveaway again. Like ever. Like ever. All right. So everyone type in that guy in chat. Hold on, I'm gonna delete this. All right. Thanks for reminding me to do giveaways for everybody else. I appreciate that. Let's go for it. Type in that guy in chat. It's everybody but that guy can enter. Man, I know, right? Shut up, bro. Give me the free stuff. All right, I got you, man. So, are you gonna like play the drums? I'm just gonna dance here. I'm gonna tap dance for you too. We tap dance, like little, you know, like the little monkeys with the cymbals. Dance for me. Dance for me. Dance, dance. Do the dance. Twirl, twirl. All right. So let me know, man. I'll put on my tapping shoes. Let me know when you're ready for me to dance for you. I've been tap dancing for 5 whole minutes. I might get better with a little more practice. Where's that accordion? Yeah, the accordion. I've got the drums. I'm a one-man band. I've got the like things. All right, everybody with that guy. My Fun and Futures Rapid accounts, one of the best accounts on PropSco right now. Goated. It's 2-day pass, 1-day payout. See, I'm telling you, this is a stupid entry on the S&P. I swear the candle was here when I pushed long. That's just so tacky. Inefficient there. But I did want to trade at the bull zone, and I don't want to be in a full mini on that. I didn't touch it in any other account, just this one. That's it. I'm just fighting this one right here. Love the monkey symbols. Yeah, right? This is for, oh shit, this is for new users only. Okay, I messed this one up. Mods, you might have to correct my mistake. I'm sorry, that guy was confusing me. This is for new users only on the Rapids, by the way. Not for everybody. But let's make it for everybody today because I kind of messed this one up. When you guys go to get these things claimed, let them know that I screwed up. This one will be for everybody. This is supposed to be for new users only. My bad. Newbie 12861. We call people like that guy Givey Goblins. Oh, I kind of like the name Givey Goblins. Kind of neat. Enough with the small talk. Can we have the free stuff? Say the line, Bart. I didn't do it. Yay! Do you remember that episode? We're best friends. Bart Simpson, the I didn't do it boy. I didn't do it.
I didn't
Say the
do
line,
it.
Bart. Okay, a couple more. Back when The Simpsons was actually funny. First 8 seasons of The Simpsons. Maybe 9. Just... the jokes were not as well written. Show used to have so much heart when I was a kid. Like, the best episode probably was like the monorail episode. I loved it. They had so many cool, or like the Hank Scorpio episode. Like, just such clever writing. Well, that's when Conan used to write The Simpsons, by the way. Some of the best bits came from Conan O'Brien, so back in the old days. All right, empty. One more winner here. I love Family Guy too, but Family Guy also is not as inventive as it used to be. You run out of material, and you just have to make like sitcom sort of humor, like situational stuff, topical stuff. Family Guy's always good. I used to watch Family Guy religiously when it first came out 30 years ago or whatever. Monorail, what's that word? Monorail. We've been to Ogdenville, North Haverbrook. You know, like, you know, like parodying the Music Man. The guy's like scamming the monorail. Like the kind of funny stuff they
Pode olhar pra você? Gordona.
Oh yeah. Now it's just like doofus Homer, and like, you know, he's just like Peter Griffin. It's like the joke is he's a big doofus, but he's also has to get himself into stickier and weirder situations getting around a material. Like this week on The Simpsons, Homer gets a job as the Tooth Fairy, and you're just like, oh, yeah, there's some comedy to come out of that, I guess. This week on The Simpsons, this week on Family Guy, Peter Griffin becomes a professional baseball player. You know, like to keep creating like
Patricia.
situations for them to get into. The reason I don't use limit orders, there's no reason to use limit orders in futures trading. If I'm buying on a red candle and selling on a green, then the market's ticking into your order. So a limit order is just, I'm replacing accuracy for speed. I like to just get in the order. A lot of times it'll overshoot my pivot when I long, and I'll get in 2 or 3 ticks cheaper. So a limit order allows me two downsides. Number one
Patrícia,
is
você tem que... ok, você não tá entendendo, faz sentido. Mas por quê? Se você põe teu nome quando tá rolando a roleta lá, teu nome não vai pra lista. Tem que esperar parar pra depois ir, entendeu?
That's the only upside to a limit order, is helps you get better fills. Exactly where you want to be. But since I'm going for 40 points on NASDAQ, I can take a 1 or 2 tick inefficiency on either side, lose maybe a point out of 40. That's a 2% loss.
Se estiver rolando, teu nome não vai pro negócio.
Sacrifice missing the. I feel like the trade or two that I miss by being so accurate is more than well offsetting the little inefficiency I take by chasing in with limits. I mean, with markets. So example is, if it's ticking down to here and here and here, and I push long as a market order, it might tick down to here. I might even get in a point better. So sometimes with market, because now stupid me bought on a green a second ago accidentally because I thought it ticked down. That's a mistake because I had this covered. My bad on that. But a lot of times you get an actual better fill by using a market order. So it's kind of considered, like, mathematically, I consider it a wash. Like, there's no real added bonus effect. You know, the times I do get filled, I get exactly the fill that I want, so I don't lose that 2% inefficiency.
Aí agora se você colocar, vai, ó.
I also miss a lot of trades trying to be so specific. That's it for today, guys. I'm out. I gotta run. New viewer here, interested in your risk management. Do you aim for 1% equity risk per trade? It depends on this challenge account, this 100K to million. That's about what I aim for, about 2 to 4% per trade. But because I'm accelerating this challenge, I'm going for upwards of 12%.
Você chegou ali e ele falou assim, não, tá bom por hoje.
So I'm allowing that to be bigger. But what you said, 1 to 2%.
Tá bem por hoje.
Pretty good for a new trader who's
eu vou de Jeff também fazer um negócio de comer. É nóis. Valeu, obrigado por ter aparecido aí, viu? Valeu pela moral aí, Patrícia. Tu é fera. É mais tarde, talvez. Boas noites, boa tarde. Falou.
I gotta go. I love you guys. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Don't go anywhere. Neon's live.